the mic. I toggled it on and I toggled it off. So we've been actually on mute here for the past.
Oh, nice.
Oh my! Now we have to restart all over again.
All right. Well, welcome back to Sorry about
Shopping. Good.
Yeah,
lots of money spent. We have stimulated the economy.
Yeah.
With our stimmies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're resting. Like
we're
just hanging out, waiting for the fights to start, which is going to take a couple hours.
Yes. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we got rooms at the casino, right?
It was very nice casino. You guys.
Yeah, we went to the Noble District specifically to get rooms.
Hold on, I can tell you. I had him in the
During that process,
you keep talking. I was gonna say you keep talking while I'm looking.
Yep.
You know,
so you guys ended up buying some very, very nice clothing for the fight and everything. You had chances of actually, it sounded like, even being around some of the nobility in the higher district, like the Bold family, for example. Who is the Bold family?
They are apparently the
bunch of douchebags.
Basically
the boldest family.
The de facto
rulers
of the city.
Each son has his own casino.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 casinos, 3 sons.
I haven't heard about the dad.
You know, fuck with the dad.
He's just not real. Oh, he's like the Wizard of Oz. Beyond that, we shopped for a lot of magical items. Discovered that there is a lot of magical items, but there's no magical item. There's a giant metal siege automaton.
Somebody almost got
everywhere. Yeah, there is. There's a giant, massive construct.
A giant metal steel watcher.
Yeah, don't use magic.
Yeah.
And it has a nullifying beam of some sort where it can just say no magic.
As well as
or as soon as you cast a spell, it's like,
what
is that? Across the city, just sprints. You know? I literally imagine the Titan from Attack on Titan.
Every time we talk about it, it makes me think of Liberty Prime from Fallout.
Yeah.
All right, so that's something else that ended up happening. So you guys end up buying a watch, though. Let's talk about that watch. What's up with the watch?
Yeah. What's in the watch?
The watch is basically...
It's a used watch.
Yes.
A little cheaper.
It's a little cheaper. Used watch has an engraving on it.
And you guys talked to the shopkeep about that. What was the deal? What are you guys trying to figure out?
We tried to see who sold it. Because this watch was potentially given to one of the Lord's assistants, Nathaniel, whose name is engraved, and the person who got it engraved was his wife, who's probably still around, maybe, who knows. But somebody at some point had to have taken that watch off. This is a theory. It's a theory so far. Had to have taken the watch off of Nathaniel's body because we killed him, obviously. But we turned his body over to the Imperials.
Oh, we didn't do anything.
I mean,
he did to himself.
Yes. You right.
See, I don't know who Nathaniel is.
Well, then something to remember too is you guys actually ended up paying a little bit of money to the shopkeep. You're trying to figure out exactly what it was, because you know everything that's sold in the city has like a bill of sale and a record attached. Mm-hmm. So he showed you the bill of sale, and he had to confirm the person's paperwork, and the person's paperwork said Nathaniel Benelli.
That Nathaniel himself sold the watch. Sus.
Oh.
Very sus.
Could he have sold it before he died?
No,
because we fucking killed him.
He's
no.
a bad husband. That doesn't.
No, between the time we went there the first time and second time is when it showed up.
It was like a couple hours actually. A couple hours is when it showed up, and the bill of sale showed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything aligned. Weird.
Very.
So, anything else we want to go ahead and tap into? So, I know you ended up getting fitted for your last suit as you ended up kind of heading back over. Elena ended up going off into the Noble District, and with, I guess she was having a little bit of a bad day, and she just went off and took a shower, or a bath, or whatever you want to call it.
Cynthia and Elena are not on good terms right now.
That is true.
She insulted me.
Just saying, Cynthia does not like Elena.
Yeah, Cynthia absolutely hates Elena right now.
Even though you guys pissed together at one point, I don't understand what the issue is. I thought it was
pissed together.
Bond for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should all piss together.
So what happened? What happened exactly? Well, let's talk about that real quick. So what happened exactly? Why is Cynthia and Elena's on bad terms right now?
Cynthia.
She insulted my character. Saying that I was stinky and gross.
I think you're actually just really projecting that. She insisted that you get a new dress for the fight because you are a nobleman, you are a noble lady, and you should be dressing like nobles. So.
And then you told her to pay for it. And that's when things got a little heated. And she says, I'm not fucking paying for your shit. You're a noble.
Like, don't you have money? Like hello?
And then you look to your sugar daddy for him to pay for it.
Who's not a bounty hunter? Who's not a bounty hunter.
So that's clear. He's not about the other.
Just a sugar daddy.
Yes, he was very clear to the guards that he was, in fact, a bounty hunter until he realized it was a bad idea. He's like, I'm a good bounty hunter though. Like, I'm the best kind. And please let me in the city.
At all.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that pretty much wraps everything in. So as the party ends up kind of getting to this point where Elena is off finishing her bath, and you end up finally finding your way. You're going through a little bit brisk. You're really just trying to get through as fast as you can after you get your papers checked at the gate and kind of fall in the rest of the way over to the actual place that you're staying, the larger hotel. You're going to end up seeing the gold trims and everything like that. Really just not paying too much attention to the environment. As you finally end up getting inside, going up the stairs to a point in this large estate where you end up finding your room. Then as you end up opening the door in that room, you're going to end up seeing inside the ceiling as you look up, and you see what looks like just a perpetual cascading of these little pieces of pixie dust, just kind of the perpetual fall, never actually hitting the ground or really reaching anywhere above your level, but just kind of illuminating the entirety of the room. As the entirety of this room seems like it's made of not just marble, but gold trims around the entirety with columns supporting everything. And an amazing view as you look out this giant window that seems to go and not just see the water, but see some of the shadows and some of what is the Eye of Extrath, but also seeing a little bit of what looks like maybe the Bold Estate off on the far right. As you walk in as well, you're going to end up seeing what looks like Cynthia and Vivo actually sitting there on this very, very large, elaborate-looking sofa that's made out of different miscellaneous furs and cottons. They're just kind of sitting there talking amongst themselves.
How, what are they? Are they all, like, goosied up and ready to go for this fight? Are they?
It looks like they're both dressed very fancy.
Okay. Oh my! Didn't realize we were already changed over to new clothes. Feel like I have to put on a new identity. Personally. Cynthia, you look almost entirely different when you're bathed and dressed differently. Speaking of, I should probably do the same. So, excuse me. And I immediately walk out and go back over to my room, wherever the hell that is.
All right. So you end up walking over. You guys are going to actually end up seeing that there looks like the entirety of this villa that you guys ended up getting out. It looks like it's actually kind of partitioned off into a couple separate areas. So you have this like main corridor area with a giant window that's kind of going all the way across. Looks like it has a bunch of support beams kind of going through, but it looks like it's a very, very large and seemingly clear window in comparison to some of the stuff you've seen in the taverns you've been to. Inside, you have this entire couch area that looks like it's kind of coming around this giant fireplace. So the fire pit is actually built into the floor, but a chimney that actually goes up to the center of the room. As you end up looking off to the sides, too, you're going to end up seeing that there's a shower area off over here. Looks like kind of the restroom, bathroom, whatever you want to call it. Then right there, you end up having a whole walk-in closet off there. Looks like you actually have another little area that's like kind of built into what looks like a steam room of some kind. Then you end up having what is 5 bedrooms off on.
Presidential suite. So you're saying this is a giant, basically, room, and it's just partitioned off into multiple.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Think of it as like a giant villa, but the villa is just one floor. And
How high up are we, by the way? If I look out the window.
if you look out the window, you could probably assume you're like 5 floors up, maybe 6.
Okay. Are we at the top floor?
No, you're not at the top floor, but you're close. You're close.
4 people floor. You know what I'm saying? Imagine. All right, I will bathe and change into my official.
Awesome. All right, what do the rest of you want to do?
I feel like I'm still getting ready. I haven't really come back.
She probably has to brush the mat out of her hair and everything. You know, it's been a little bit.
Probably.
Well, she has super long curly hair, so that's valid.
Can't you just shape shift and your hair just immediately fixes itself? That'd be pretty great.
probably.
Or prestidigitation and just Good.
Make it smell.
I'm no
nice,
longer
too.
steam.
All right, so what do the rest of you want to do? What do the rest of you want to do?
I would have probably taken a shower and just gotten freshened up.
Yeah.
Tuning to the clothes.
Probably just go.
All right. So while the rest of you are kind of like walking around and doing everything,
Bits out of my ears and stuff.
so you guys are going to end up kind of hearing a lot of the conversation going on between Vivo and Margaret. Well, I'll tell you
Not all
what,
of them.
that is just
Jesus, don't
absolutely
take off.
fascinating. I would have never guessed, Mr. Vivo, that something like this would happen to you. Oh, I reckon it's quite a mysterious thing being one of these changeling shifters. It's been a rough life for me, but I'll tell you what, that last adventure up to the Ibex Rise, it was something to behold. I'll tell you that. Absolutely sounds like it. Tell me, last time you were up there, you said you encountered 2 different dragons, one friendly, one not. Well, yeah, that's what I done said. Yeah, it's quite the thing being up there. Yeah, see, some people they end up going up there just trying to hunt. Some of them go trying to snag the eggs, almost like thievery, trying to take them from them and raise them off on their own, or even just sell them to the highest bidder. It's quite a sight to behold. I'll tell you that now. Wow. Do you think it would be safe for me to go up there and see it? I can't say in my life I've ever been that high up in the clouds. Well, I reckon it's not necessarily the safest thing for it, but maybe you talk to Arthur. You might be able to work something out for y'all. But it's expensive to get up there, and it's a little bit dangerous. I'm just wanting to warn you right now. I'll have to talk to Arthur then when he gets out. I have a little something for him. Thank you for going to the shop with me. This is great and lovely. You did ask her to get you a gift, so.
Did.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna be happening as you guys are kind of getting ready. So after it looks like the vast majority of everyone's kind of gotten ready, probably about 30 minutes have passed. What do you guys want to do? Everyone's just kind of hanging out inside this giant villa in Fortune's Den.
I'm waiting to make a grand entrance.
Okay, roll investigation.
Wait, what?
Investigation?
You're making a grand entrance into the villa. We're already.
No, she's waiting to make a grand entrance. I want to see if she can see if it's like a good time to make a grand entrance.
You said
They're separate
investigation?
little-
Yes.
18 plus 6.
Okay. It feels like now is not the best time. I feel like everyone's still kind of doing their thing. Okay. What are the rest of you going to be doing then?
How long is this?
It's been about 30 minutes, so you'll still be
Still
waiting for
taking.
it. Okay. So another 30 minutes goes by, and it feels like everyone's kind of done. You feel like this is definitely your opportunity to have a grand.
Alright.
Is there music now? You want me to put on something for you?
I was picturing that I was just like hiding, because you said that there's a walk-in closet. I pictured that I was just like hiding out in the walk-in closet.
Okay, you're hiding in the walk-in closet. There you go.
Like, just waiting.
What incarnation?
Okay. So I'm assuming probably everyone's going to be sitting out in the other room.
Yeah,
on
we're
the
literally probably like looking around, just like it's like right before a big old party, and it's just like
Showing
everyone's
Herb how to
just.
swing his axe.
Okay, yeah, you're off in the corner showing your Bojangles how to swing his axe.
Gerb.
Yeah, Gerb.
Can you-
Gerb.
Oh, Arthur, I'm so glad you look ravishing.
This is Margaret, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, I don't
It's Vivo.
want to confuse this with Cynthia.
Ravishing.
Wait, do I see
It's
Vivo
Vivo.
separately? Do I see him separately? Am I looking? Okay, making sure, like,
Yeah.
Vivo's there. Okay, that's for real. Listen, I know Vivo. Listen, buddy, I get it. I want it. I understand. Ain't like that.
All right. You
Um,
look ravishing.
my love, you look stunning.
Thank you.
If the sun set, even the stars could not compare to your beauty and how bright you shine.
Why have you never said that to me?
What?
I'm just. You just go watch it. Kind of describes her arm. It kind of like settles up against you.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, Arthur, that reminds me. Here, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Open your mouth.
Oh. Arthur, open your mouth.
do it?
All right. So you're gonna so the rest of you are gonna watch as it looks like Margaret kind of starts like rummaging through this little bag that she has. It looks like the entire thing's bound in some kind of like a velvet like leather. She's gonna end up pulling out this it looks like this really, really fine pipe. And she goes over and kind of sticks that in your mouth. She's gonna feel okay, bite down. Then she's gonna go ahead and kind of take another little bag out there, start like kind of packaging a little bit, putting a pinch of what looks like something inside there, and then kind of taking a little match or something and just kind of lighting it for you.
Margaret, do you need me to like stop talking?
Oh, sorry. Take your hands.
Okay.
Ooh. So what you're gonna end up seeing is what looks like a pipe that actually has like a gold bezel going around with a little bit of a wooden tip. It comes down. It looks like it has like a kind of a twisted grain. It looks like the branch of whatever this is carved out was almost like contorted in a particular way where it looks like it's spiraling down. It's not like just a piece of wood that was carved. It's like a piece of wood that was like contorted and forced to turn. That looks like it kind of comes down the entirety of the pipe end. And then it comes to this end tip. You're going to end up seeing around the tip. It looks like there's an entirety of like a dragon's head bursting around, a little bit of the fangs actually coming out, and you're going to see rubies on both sides. Then, as you're going to end up looking inside, you're going to end up seeing it looks like there's some kind of an herb in there.
Margaret, this is so unnecessary, but it is amazing.
Yes,
How did you know I like to smoke that pipeweed so much?
it is. So this right here, it's actually some of the best that the aristocrats around here are smoking. I figured it would be good for you to be fitting in with all the others in this sense. You'll be looking very mighty and powerful in your suit, and then with this as well, you will be showboating to everyone in the arena. This is what was it called, Viva? Oh, I reckon over there was called Fey Firegrass. Yeah, it's very
Firegrass.
Fey Firegrass. It's a very expensive herb. It's only brought in from the Feywild itself. Very, very limited. It's extremely potent. Just bear that in mind.
Nature check.
0.
Fuck this is. Wow, that's shit.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance.
Guidance. That's 4.
Give me 1. Watch it.
Everybody 4.
4 plus 4, 12.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So as you end up kind of giving us an investigation, you're gonna end up saying that it looks like the actual herbs itself has a very, very, very strong smell, but it's like extremely sweet, almost of like you were smelling like almost like if you were smelling like crushed berries. It has like a very, very like strong smell, but it's actually kind of mixed with like a grassy kind of like fresh cut grass smell as well. As you end up kind of like getting a little bit closer and like looking at it a little more, you see what looks like these like tiny little seeds in there that kind of burn. And as you're looking, it's like, wait, these seeds, it looks like when they burn out, they actually kind of like pop and exude some kind of a chemical reaction that kind of gives you a little more of a calming, like hallucinogenic effect. But it's extremely mild in comparison. But for somebody who's not well ventured in this, it could be a little bit like a little bit of a trip. Not like a full blown trip, but just like an experience.
So more of a downer, if anything.
It's more of a mellower.
Okay. Cool. Margaret, this is a gift I don't deserve, but I thank you nonetheless. I think even with the pipe, this projection of power that I'm trying to convey at the fight would only really happen.
Arthur, of course I'm going to be there for you. There's nothing like a little bit of arm candy to help with that.
Absolutely. My dear, you've read my mind. And to that end, I'm very excited to... would you like to smoke this with a little bit with me?
Oh, why not? And then, Elena, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna like double door exit out of the closet. I'm making a big deal out of this.
Are you like slamming it open?
Oh!
Prestidigitation like music. fireworks.
Can I mage hand to shut the door?
Oh my god.
It's only 10 pounds of.
And it's double
pressure.
doors. So.
Just
It's a closet door though. These are some heavy closet.
It's only 10 pounds of pressure, so your hand would just kind of get pushed out of the way by it. So as you're kind of on your walk out, oh, Elena, lovely, very lovely. Are you feeling better now?
Oh my. Elena, that's you?
Yes.
I'm kidding, I knew it was of course. Who else could it be? It could not be anyone else that I would know. Certainly not Vivo, who's right there.
I changed my face to look like Vivo.
Oh god, please.
Okay, as you do that, you're gonna watch the dress just kind of begins like slooping and falling and kind of crinkling and everything.
No, I was just changing my face.
Like just your face?
Yeah.
I don't think it works like that. I think you have to change your entire form. Pretty sure you have to change your form as the other person.
Horrifying regardless.
Anyways.
Regardless, it's all
Yeah.
flavor. So yeah.
2 Vivos. I don't like it. As long as I know where the 2 Vivos are, I'm happy with that.
Well, I guess are you okay over there? You seem to be a little bit off in your head.
I'm good. I'm just like
Scorn, is that what you're wearing?
Yeah.
To the fight?
it is.
You're wearing damaged armor, and gauntlets.
If I had to shower, so do you. Get in
I
there.
did shower.
Don't look like it. Go clean up.
Well, maybe you should at least, like, polish the armor, something. At least. You don't have anything. You don't even have to wear armor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's still blood on the armor. Was it used?
A little bit.
This is
I don't know how attuning works. Like how.
It's been a long
concentrated I have to
rest.
be, Like,
It's an hour.
oh yeah, I know, but I mean how concentrated. 'Cause I mean, if I'm attuning,
I thought it was a long rest.
I think it's a.
I want to say it's at the conclusion of a long
He
rest.
told me an hour.
I mean, regardless, it's not like you're gonna be needing it. So
Well, if I'm wearing the armor, I need it.
Once he gets thrown out into the room.
it's fine. We'll say.
would throw him out?
It's fine. If it doesn't. I would just.
For right now, we'll say you're tuned to it.
I mean, if I can't, then I'll just put the armor down in the room.
Okay, whatever you want to do, it's fine. It's flavor at this point.
Okay.
For the record, it does look like I could just change it however I want to, because it says you can change your appearance and voice. You determine the specifics.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. All right. So what do you want to do?
I'm back to myself now.
I mean, I would
It's just
have.
like
I would have
everything.
cleaned up, but I would have put back on the same stuff I had.
Cool.
I'm really not caring that much about getting fancy.
Got it. Cool. All right. What do the rest of you want to do?
I'm just gonna walk over and sit on the couch.
I want to look at Edard in his suit.
I don't have.
Edard doesn't have a
I have
suit
to
yet.
pick
You
it
have
up.
to
on
go-
I
the
want to
way.
look at Edard.
The suit was just eye candy. He really doesn't want to get a look at you.
If anything, it's just going to leave more to the imagination. Edard, oh, you teaching little...
I forgot about that.
Now, I do think we could bring little Bojangles with us.
It's Garb. Here's the name.
Gerb?
Garb.
Gerb. That's right. Gerb, how's that axe treating you?
Thinks he likes it the most.
I think he does like it a lot.
It's just like our Santa.
Good thing he doesn't know magic. Otherwise, he'd be dead already. He'd be in jail. Or worse. Big streets.
Spelled. Yeah, well, he's doing fine right now, so.
Alright, well. In any event, I think it's time to... Well, how much time do we have before the fight?
I mean, you guys are probably looking outside. You know, it's probably about like another 2 hours maybe until it's shut down. That's when the fights, like the preliminary fights, are happening.
Well, shall we maybe take a tour around the see if we can familiar ourselves with our environment, and maybe even at least put some names to some buildings and those kind of things, so we at least can decently talk about this place as if we're from here, or no more than a little bit.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
I want to
Yeah, I guess.
head downstairs.
Yeah, I'll go too.
I fall asleep. Also, it's a short rest.
Okay, I figure. Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was so long. I want to.
All right. So as you end up going downstairs and kind of finding your way through the rest of the Fortune's Den, you end up walking by the front desk. And you see the same person who actually checked you into the hotel is still down there. It's like, oh, lovely to see the rest of you again. How is the suite treating you?
Good.
Very good. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Remember, you paid for the night. If you end up wanting to stay any longer, you just be sure to let me know.
I do have a question for you. Just
Yes.
curiosity.
Did not get your name, sir.
Oh, my name is Arthur Nightshade. It's a pleasure.
Arthur, pleasure.
I'd like to handshake
Yes,
because
yes.
I'm pretentious.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, just a small question. How do you keep the windows so clean up on the high floors?
See, those windows themselves are not made of the glass you'd end up putting inside some of those lesser establishments. See, this is actually made from pure sapphire. Now, bear that in
You're saying
mind when you say that. Don't go trying to damage it. While sapphire is very, very, very hard to break, we have had some who test it. We do not appreciate that. It will be fine on your way
I
out.
was just more or less
Oh, of
impressed
course.
with the cleanliness.
I'm just letting you know, yes. But it is quite a feat to be able to make it in such a polished manner.
Not only that, but to make it a single pane and
Oh, of course.
large enough as a window. How much money do you do? It's just
The Bold family is quite resourceful.
could you tell me a couple things about the Bull family.
Well, of course. What would you like to know?
I'm not local, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I'm asking questions about the Bull family.
Yes.
But so there's three children of the Bull family that each
Four
own
children,
four
actually.
children, excuse me, and each of them owns their own establishment.
Yes, that's correct. You see, Uham the Bold is the overseer of our great city. And while he runs the city itself, each of the casinos was given to one of his offspring. See, you have the Lunar Lux, Fire and Ice, Emerald Serpent, and Celestial Luck. Each of them was given to one of his sons or daughters.
And the one we stand in now.
Why, this one is actually the original establishment that Uham the Bold derived himself. Fortune's Den.
And this is
Originally named the Genie's Keep. It was later renamed after he ended up being named overseer of the city by its citizens. Now, given the fact that this is, technically speaking, his establishment, it is a little bit more pricey to stay at, needless to say.
that makes sense. Wow. So who owns this one then? Is this still operated by Uham himself, or was this?
Of course, this is still operated by Uham the Bold himself. It is worth noting that he does not manage the day-to-day operations. That's left more to his trusted advisors and associates within his court.
Just curious. Thank you.
It's interesting because Uham the Bold, unlike the Lord himself, he treats himself more like a lordly status and the overseer status that the Lord coined him to be. I think would be the better way of saying it. You see, I wouldn't say they're on the worst of terms, but they more so have a cordial arrangement. Uham the Bold conducts his operations, and the Lord collects a certain degree of taxes and allows him to remain unscathed.
Seems like a fair arrangement.
Very fair. This arrangement has been in existence since, well, as far as I can remember. 40, 50 years now.
Are you from here? You born in the city?
No, actually, I came during the Great Migration.
Oh.
It was a resettlement of the province, sorry. I'll clarify that.
Quite a while ago. You must have been young.
Oh, I was very, very young. I was roughly 3 when my parents brought me this way. it was quite a sight to behold. We ended up coming into this region through one of the off cities, and we crossed the channel back over, actually through the Eye of Exrath, and found our way over to Shadowstone. It was quite the thing. Leaving from Medjugorje, actually. It was a journey, but well spent, well earned. Many more fortunes than what would be in some of the other Imperial territories.
I've only
It's
heard.
actually
about
nice. We still maintain a relative favor to the Imperials, comparatively, in most of the cities in the Freelands.
Oh, that's good. Seeming us to have the besieging almost any settlements around here.
Oh, I very much doubt that any harm or ill will come towards Shadowstone. It's just, it wouldn't be in the Imperial's best interest.
Makes sense. Well, I myself was born after the Great Migration. I heard the stories, but I know that supposedly the Lord stood up the entire city of.
How old are you, sir?
I'm only in my 30s.
Oh, surprisingly good.
I'm a human, and not long for this world, as long as some others might. But
I'm also born with that curse too, sir. Very sorry.
it's fine. I mean, we obviously live more fulfilling lives than some others. And that's okay.
More adventurous.
Some might live long lives, but not do a single thing. Some might just, oh, woe is me, I lived for 400 years, and oh, it's so boring. It makes no sense to me.
I know some elves that have come through here, and they're very lackluster.
Not a surprise. But thank you for the information. I was just curious and appreciate you answering my questions. What was your name again, if you don't mind me asking?
Absolutely. My name is Stan.
Say that one more time.
Stan. Not Stan. Stan.
How close are we gonna get to offshoots of everyone's name here?
An offshoot? Wait,
Yeah.
of who?
We have Elena, Belena, Scorn.
Oh, that's
Storm.
not. No.
Star and
Starn. I know what Scorn.
Starn.
Darn. Staying with an R. Staying with an R. Well, thank you, Starn, for your time. I won't
Absolutely.
impress any more with it. And, actually, one more quick question. If you'd recommend the very first casino to go to in town, which one would you say is the best one to go to?
Well, I think you don't have to look any farther than the Fortune's Den. If you find your way right over there, you'll see the entire casino floor.
Yeah.
But if you are looking for a little bit more of a venture case, and if you are curious about meeting any of the Bull family, you might have some of the best of luck going to Celestial Luck. As it just so happens, he's the youngest, and he still walks and roams the casino's floor.
Celestial Luck.
Brizara is that one's name.
Freezer.
Brizara. It's hard to miss. He's a wind genocide.
Wow, I have not seen any elemental folk in a long time. In passing. Ever. Anyway.
Any other questions that you might have?
I have a question. What do you know what time Magic and More?
Magic and More normally opens in the evenings.
Evenings?
Normally. I've heard that Zephyrus is kind of running into some issues right now, but it might be hard to find him. I think his assistant still runs the shop, though. It's all right.
Going to the casino?
That is it.
Or are we gonna walk
Yeah.
around?
I'm gonna go. I guess we can check out the casino floor while we're
Well,
here.
how much time do we
This
have
point?
until the fight?
It's about 2 hours.
Yeah, roughly, like, at this point, by the time you guys got downstairs and kind of did your own thing, probably like an hour and a half. You would know it's probably about, like, at least from where you are, maybe like a 30, 25-minute walk or so to get to where you are.
Pretty good.
What do you guys want to do?
Oh well,
Casino floor.
there's a lot to look at.
I could spend just a little bit of time just looking around here before I do want to go check out the Celestial Luck. Stan's recommendation. Stan.
Maybe after the fight.
Stan. It's almost eerily similar to someone else we know. You know anybody named Stan?
I don't. Maybe my son. Scorn?
Oh, it's your brother.
No, my son. Scorn.
Whenever his system by
No, I know, but I thought it was his brother. I didn't think it was.
Ah, yes, your son Scorn. That makes sense. Yes. Stan and Scorn, there must be some sort of inspiration there. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, it's a big world. There's a lot of you with a lot of names. They're just can be similar.
Yeah, what are we going by
What's going-
again right now?
My name. Seer.
Yeah.
That's right. Seer, our long friend, our long-time friend.
See or whatever it was.
Oxborn.
He was born of an ox, of course.
Yeah.
It explains the... Yeah, exactly.
It explains a lot.
At least he showered.
Alright,
He didn't mention anything of
the only thing on my
slaves yet.
agenda is to pick up my suit on the way back to Rima, so whatever time we have to leave for that.
All right, well, if we all would like, we don't have to all stick together here if we want to.
If you want
Anybody else wants to go about any more of their own business before going to the fight? I'm just going to peruse around and take a look.
I don't mind hitting the casino for a minute.
She said we have about 2 hours before the fight.
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. I think I might actually just wind up. I might just head back to the tailors now and see if my suit is ready. And possibly pick up something for guard. If they have anything in his size.
I'm sure they'll have something GURB-sized.
And then I'll probably try to.
Little suspenders and little bow tie.
Oh my god.
And I'll probably try to swing back Kibo's and drop that statue and appraisal back off to him.
Okay, good. Then I suppose if you go on... Excuse me. Sorry, I was thinking about your son. For some reason.
Sorry,
Sia.
what?
Sia.
Yes?
If you're just going to linger around the casino, I wouldn't mind staying with you.
Sure.
Margaret with me as well. Would you like to share some of this this new pipe weed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that fairy fire?
Yes, fairy fire salts. What's that?
Grass, salt.
Very fire.
Fairy fire grass salts. Bath salts. So, you got anything?
You got any what? No.
Fairy fire.
No, damn it! I'm trying to roleplay right now.
I know
Please
you're
don't
trying
break
to
my
roleplay.
immersion, bro.
Thanks for clarity, bro.
I accidentally swallowed the last one.
Alright, so you guys are gonna walk the casino floor. Elena, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna go with him because I kind of want to see Gerb get a little suit.
Gerb. Looking a little Gerb first. Gerb's
All about
first
other
date.
people getting dressed up, but
How old is Gerb?
You haven't asked him.
Hey Gerb, how old are you?
I don't understand the question.
How old are you?
How long have you been alive? How long ago did you get birth from your mother?
Gnarly.
the day exactly.
Gnarly.
In
There was
terms
a
of,
bright light.
yesterday.
in terms of like lunar cycles.
Solar cycles.
Well, solar-
Just
solar
those
cycles,
two.
actually,
Yeah,
yes,
it's usually how we measure time.
He's a barbarian.
He doesn't know the read.
Well, it's been... been over 500 moons.
How many Christmases? Or how many? What was the holiday? What's the holiday in the? How many Christmases?
How many
have you been
orcish
with
Santa
Santas?
slaughters have you been through?
Ooh.
He's trying to come up with. He didn't think we were gonna ask this question.
He's got it. He's got it right.
I got it. I'm just role playing.
Please don't break my immersion.
The fact that you haven't answered yet is kind of weird.
697.
You,
697.
how are you that old as a goblin?
No. I think they mean slaughters with spent
Yes.
with orcish Santa.
Yes, of course.
So if we do the math, that equates to about I have no idea. So,
I mean, how many slaughters are in a year? Just one?
Well,
I think we'll get this down pat. We'll even know Orcish Santa's schedule.
We're gonna run out of time.
We can figure out Orcish Santa's schedule and figure out where we need to go. This is important information.
it normally happens maybe 2 times a month.
So if you do the math.
No, because if you're looking at 2 to 3
150.
times a month, you're multiplying 2 to 3 times 12, which is around 36. And so you're gonna divide 36 by 600 or whatever. So you're probably looking around these 150, roughly.
Have you done this all
No,
of your
that's-
life?
Quick math.
Because then there's also, if he was indoctrinated
Childhood.
later,
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've done this. When I was a kid, and I went out and I did other things, and I always wanted to be Orcish Santa. I did. I was young.
It's fair enough.
We'll get back to the question.
I think that answer will come in time.
Oh, you guys are asking me the sun cycles. I don't know sun cycles.
Yeah.
But this is and you asking me nonsenses. I've seen the moon well over 500 times. I can tell you that.
Well, I feel like I can too in one single night if I just look down and up.
Are we counting those too?
No. I don't.
Let's.
Because what do you expect? This is a guy who literally worked for Orcish Santa his entire life. He never did anything or learned anything.
He knows.
We will
Orcish
get
man.
back to this another time.
Let's go.
We have things that we need to take care of.
Goblin math.
Good math.
Your math.
I mean, actually, if you do that math, he's not that old.
How old was it?
It means he's like 20. Because if it's 30, anywhere between 24 and 36 a year, divide that by 697, it's looking around 19 to 20. So he's just, 10 years younger than you.
150 years old.
Yeah, I was thinking math didn't work.
Quick math.
All right, then.
Well,
Let's head out. We will see you guys at the arena.
Sounds like a plan. You there?
Good. You want to go get some fancy new clothes for yourself?
Okay, can I get one of the things that you wear?
What?
the barbarian things.
Oh, that can come. We have to look fancy for it now. We can get that too later.
I think it's more of a.
You see him kind of start shaking
Black
his
clothes.
things like fancy.
They,
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
not for this set.
Okay.
Yeah, we will work it out.
I feel like I need to get you like sleigh bells.
All right. So you're gonna go ahead and start heading out then.
Yes.
All right. So as you end up exiting the casino and kind of walking on the streets, you're gonna notice that you kind of didn't pick up a whole lot on your way in. You're gonna see it looks like the actual like street itself is like cobblestone, but it looks like it's really smoothed out. Inside the actual grooves of the cobblestone look like there's like veins of gold. They're kind of like weaved into the entirety of this pathway. As you're kind of walking through, you're gonna see what looks like lanterns that kind of like as it's kind of starting to get a little more dim. You see like these little glows coming from almost like there's little fireflies or something inside of these things. It's kind of helping to illuminate the half a little bit. Even though it's not dark enough, you see there's still a little bit of a glow coming from them. Walking through the area, though, you're going to end up hearing, as you're walking by, the sounds of like lutes and music just coming from every single shop corner and everywhere. It seems like there's like bards basically in front of every shopkeep, in front of every business, inside or outside, just constantly playing music. Competing almost and like almost creating a lot of noise when you're walking by, but if you're walking by, it's something you can definitely kind of appreciate.
Did you want to come in with?
Do you hear any screaming? I will kill
No screaming.
you.
No
Get me
screaming.
out of this.
Jeez. No pixies.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate.
Finally got to Act 2, I see. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's only been.
I'm at
She's finally at
Moonrise.
Moonrise.
I'm at Moonrise.
Whoa.
I
Okay,
know.
alright, so let's go back to it. Let's go back to it.
How are you liking your new pets?
I mean, it's frillier than I prefer.
It does not look too comfortable.
No, it is not.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I can't imagine you're gonna have much freedom of movement to swing your axe with it. So
Well,
try not to get in any fights.
I have to like rip it or something. Like.
I don't think you're gonna want to rip it. It's gonna be very expensive.
We'll see. We shall find out. But no, I'm just gonna go dead silent. So continue walking.
Alright, so as you end up walking out of the district and everything and start walking over, you're gonna end up having one of the guards actually, like, kind of, as you end up walking out of the district and walking through, kind of over towards the market, then one of the guys going, "Oh, need you to stop there. Papers, please." Diamond papers. Name, sir?
Theodore Bruxel.
Alright, nobility. Place of origin.
Any remembers?
I have it in my note. It's just Desert Isle. That's what it was.
Alright, there you go. And your slave has papers.
Visitor pass, not slave, but
Alright. Yeah, okay. That's rubbish. Alright, here you go. Have a great day.
thank you as well.
So you're going to be walking the rest of your way over there. Alright, let's go, you two.
Well,
Kind of. What do we see? So in the casino, so like we.
Yeah, so as you guys end up walking into the casino, you end up seeing it looks like they have a pretty good assortment of games. You end up seeing it looks like they have some blackjack tables, they have war. It looks like they have some kind of like a dice game, a bunch of people just like kind of like
Dice game?
yeah, something like just people are just like hollering and everything and just hooting every which way.
Fuck 7.
yes. No.
So what do you guys want to do? You're gonna be hearing a lot of noise coming from those guys.
Is the currency gold, or do we have to actually get casino currency?
Yeah, you don't really know yet.
What do we see on the table?
On the table as you're walking by, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like chips. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm
Casino heist.
just really looking towards Scorn because this is not my scene. Excuse me. I'm looking towards Seer Oxborn.
Uh-oh. Getting chips out. Oh,
Whoa.
I got a couple things with it.
Well, Seer, my good long-time friend, I know your son very well too. What would you like to do here? You want to do here? This is not really my thing.
What's the are there signs showing minimums for blackjack table?
Yeah, actually, it looks like for the minimums on the tables that you see, they're open. Looks like the minimum for those is 20 gold.
Minimum. Chump change.
Alright, I sit down.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay behind Scorn like a good friend.
Okay. So as you end up kind of like walking over there and walking past this, you're gonna end up seeing there's like a look at like this little sign that looks like kind of propped up. It says blackjack and it says a 20 gold. But you're gonna end up looking as like it looks at the table you're kind of walking past. It has everyone screaming on it. Ends up saying the word showdown 10 gold. So
I like lean in. Did you like? I guess you already like sat.
Oh, I actually sat down at the blackjack table.
Yeah.
Open seat.
Okay. I'm just gonna like, kind of like, bring my head closer. I've heard of blackjack. I don't know what showdown is. What's that?
Don't know, honestly.
I've never played blackjack. I've heard it's
Can I,
more of a numbers game.
can I roll history?
Yeah, you can roll history.
16, 15.
15. Okay. You're gonna remembering a couple of the crewmates on some of your last voyages through here actually played Showdown. You kind of watched a little bit. You kind of remember the gist of the game being it's a dice game. Basically, dice are rolled and people bet on like the probability of different rolls coming up. Then if somebody ends up rolling any double, meaning like a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, a 10, or a 12, anything where it's two of the same, then you end up getting into a showdown. There's like potential to win like thousands of gold once that happens.
War.
It's a very hype game.
It's like war with dice.
More like think like war and craps kind of combined.
Yeah.
It's a custom game I made.
I haven't played war in so long I can't even remember. How to
You
play.
like you put down the you each have a deck of cards. You put down the card whoever's got the highest one wins. When you get the same one, then you go to war.
Oh,
Go in.
that's right.
Less like that, more like it would be easier for me to show you the role play.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and demonstrate.
Oh man, it's almost like this was gonna happen, brother.
So basically, the way it works is I know I literally I made this thing. It looks
Hell
like a
yeah.
little casino thing. Yeah. All right, here I'm gonna change the perspective of it. We can watch it too. But the gist. Oh, can you scoot that over? So the gist of how this works is you end up having 2d6.
It's just
So you have 2d6. So what people do essentially is they end up betting on a double coming up. So you could bet on any doubles. You could bet on singular doubles that pay 1 to 12. You could bet on splits, meaning it's like one or doubles of this, doubles or that. And you could also bet on these things right here. So all of these bets are valid bets. You could bet that something doesn't double as well. So you're betting on specific numbers here. You're betting on like specific numbers here. And here is just all the double bets. Here's a don't double. If a double ends up happening and you bet on any of the red bets, then you go into a showdown. So a showdown essentially is a bet where you end up going off of getting another double. You could go for another double, meaning you get 2 doubles in a row. That pays 1 to 18. At that point, you could go into a tri-double, meaning you bet on 3 doubles happening in a row, which pays 1 to 200. You could bet that you get a near hit, meaning you hit one of the numbers that would double, but it's not actually a double. And you could bet on a shot down, which is don't double at all. That's the gist of this game.
I literally just rolled doubles.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know.
never roll again.
But that's the gist of how that game works.
Minimum is
On
10.
top
Minimum is 10 gold.
On top of blackjack.
Yes, blackjack is also there.
Okay. Oh, this is just a separate game. Okay.
Separate
I
game
was thinking
altogether.
this was a side bet. I'm
No,
like,
no, no.
how the fuck are cards?
No. This is literally showdown. This
Okay.
is the like the dice game.
It's dice combinations equals cards. Okay. Look at cards.
That is the showdown table that you have off your map.
Shout.
I feel like Dan wants us to play this.
You guys,
He
listen.
did laminate this thing for sure.
So we don't want to play this guy.
I mean, I already sat down at the blackjack table. I can't.
Here's the thing.
please-
Here's the thing. If you like, keep this in mind too. If you guys want to play after the fight, we could play after the fight.
Well, we're supposed to go to the casino in the morning.
Yeah. So if you guys want to play
We're
like,
open all night.
yeah, if you guys want to play after the fight, you guys can go play after the fight.
I already. I mean, I sat down at the table, so like I'm.
Yeah. So you're playing.
Blackjack.
You want to play blackjack right now.
Correct.
But I'm saying if you want to go play after the fight, you can
That's
go
fine,
play after
yeah.
the fight. So. Yeah. So you want to play blackjack?
We know
right now.
Cynthia is going to be using all of her free time to come to this. Or wait, bet on fights. So.
Oh, you're getting cards out.
Yeah, I got cards out. All right. So normally, what I would do is if the party wasn't split, we'd sit there and just play the game. But for right now, we're gonna do it a little bit of a different way.
I mean, blackjack's pretty quick, so.
Yeah, it is.
If you just do
The
it.
only thing is, though, you're sitting in a place where I would need to be. So
I mean, you can stand in between.
I could stand in between you. Yeah,
Wow.
stand in between.
I
you.
also don't know how to play
Dang.
Blackjack? It's easy.
Yeah, it's a
Just don't go over 21.
boom.
No. Okay. No,
It's a numbers
there's-
game. Count the cards.
There's a lot more
No.
to that.
Hey, you just have to count cards.
That is literally the gist of blackjack.
Yeah, that's very basic.
Get
so-
the closest 21 without going over.
How many people are at the table?
What's up?
How many people are at the table?
At the table right now, it's one other person.
Okay, so 2 people. What do you mean?
We're only gonna play a couple hands.
That's fine.
So.
These are very
Okay. I would have sat in the middle.
Okay. How much do you put down, by the way?
I put 20 minimum
Okay.
just to start. Am I playing all 3?
No, you're only gonna play the one.
Okay.
So it would start with him.
Wait, no. You dealt that way. Should start with him.
I'm going in the order it would normally be. I'm not a blackjack dealer.
Well, you
So.
dealt wrong then.
I did deal with him.
Okay.
14.
Hit. Supposed to.
Sorry.
17.
Roll.
That's how it goes. He would stay.
Yep, he's gonna stay.
I would
He's gonna
technically be
hit
the
for
first.
sure. He's gonna get it.
Would be
Oh,
12.
Yeah. 14.
14.
Oh yeah. It's too many. Boom.
See you on.
Get out of here.
Seems like you want to play blackjack. All right, one of the guys is gonna get up. $14. He's gonna go ahead and stay. What are you doing?
Double down.
You better.
Doubling down?
Yeah.
So you got 40 up?
Yep.
Okay. Want face up or face down?
Face down.
what any of this means.
12.
It's gonna be nope, not 12.
Or
13.
13.
Quick maths.
16. Too many.
You need
minutes.
Gerb math. That's what we need.
So I won.
So you won.
We need Gerb
Yep,
math.
so you won. So keep track of the gold that you win or lose.
Ooh!
It's 21.
And you got 21.
So,
Let's go.
21.
It doesn't matter. It only counts if you have it on the turn.
But I mean,
Blackjack-
he still
I know, I
got the
got
double.
it. That-
yeah, you got the double. Yeah, you get your
yeah,
double.
so that's,
That's
80 minus 20.
Yeah, so this is why we normally would do it with chips. But considering the fact we're only doing a couple of hands, that's why we're doing it like this. This is why we normally do it with chips.
So
That way
80,
you go,
80 minus
I want to
20.
get X amount of gold.
So I
now.
have 60 gold now, so I'm still doing 20. Stay.
Stay. 6.
17.
17.
14.
14.
Yep.
14. 15.
18.
18.
Bust.
18.
Bust.
It's a push.
Or push, sorry.
Yeah.
Push.
It's
Sorry.
a push.
Wrong.
What the hell are you saying, man?
And
Bro,
push.
I already
No.
bust like 10 minutes ago. I'm just saying.
Alright, one more round.
40 gold then.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Rough.
He's first.
Yeah, he's hitting.
So he's hitting. He's at
He's gonna hit again.
he's at 19.
Yep.
That's a really
Hit.
Sorry.
good. Oof.
Too many.
Okay.
Kick W.
It's okay.
We can play more later too, so.
One more.
We can play more later.
One more. One more.
But literally, so
100 gold pieces.
So I'm not gonna lie, I have had D&D sessions in the past where literally people are like, all right, I want to go get the sword, I'm just gonna go sit in the casino. Does everyone want to go with me? And then they just go sit in the casino trying to make money. They're like,
Okay,
I need 5,000 gold for this weapon. If we all do really, really well, we could get this weapon.
I made. No, 20 gold.
Yeah, 20 gold.
Realistic, I think I made 35.
Thank you very much, sir. Come back again,
No,
please.
I think the 21 still counts.
21.
21 doesn't count. 21's only on the initial.
It's only the flip.
Trust me, I gamble too much.
Depends on mini games. And if you're playing Spanish 21 or not.
Okay, well.
That's the one that's
Now we're
bad.
just, now we're just getting
Sorry, now I'm like,
This is not
what
not
do I
Spanish
normally
for
play?
you.
Now
All
we-
right, all right. So
But
you
Elvish-
guys finish your gambling.
Can I do one round of Showdown?
You want to do one? Okay, I'll let you do one round of showdown. Then
Just because you advertised it, I felt like I
you don't have to. You don't have to do it. All right. So for this one,
I just mark where I'm betting real quick.
Can we check the dice real quick? His dice. Check out their weight.
All right. So right now there's going to be another person at the table.
Okay.
And they're going to be the shooter.
Okay. Oh, they're the shooter.
Yeah.
Hang on, fine.
All right.
Okay.
So the way this is going to work then is you're going to go ahead and put your bet on any of these if you want to bet a double.
Yep.
All of these are always open as well. You can always bet on a double. But if you want to go into a showdown if a double is rolled, you have to have bet on a red bet.
Like, I have to bet on any of these.
Yeah, or you can bet on any double up here. So all of the individual numbers pay 1 to 12.
Okay.
Splits between the numbers pay 9 to 1. And then any double coming up pays 4 to 1.
Split between a number meaning I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Yes.
Okay.
No, a 2 or a 4.
Okay.
So each of the bets is going to be 10 gold.
Yeah.
So wherever you want to go.
He wants to play.
He wants to gamble.
Cynthia. Shiloh with Cynthia confirmed.
10, no double. Then it will end up going to the next person, you shooter. So that'd be good.
Stop.
You can also bet on those numbers, which aren't doubles, they're just literally the probability of that number going.
Oh, you know how I'm gonna do this like I fucking do crabs.
There you go, bro. 4, no double.
Don't double.
Yeah, so don't double. So that one ends up paying 1 to, or was it 1 to 8? So the way that works is it ends up paying. Sorry, that one bet is 8 to 1. So meaning you bet 8, you win 1. So you bet 10, you're winning. So you win 1 goal off that.
Okay.
So you win 20 there. Sorry, not 20. 30.
So really, you're losing that.
No, because he bet 1 there. So this is where it's easier with the chips. So you made 30 there, and you made
31. Each of those are 10.
Yeah.
Those chips.
10 bets. Yeah.
So I've made 31.
All right, we'll do one more really
That's
quick.
fine.
And you ended up you didn't double, so you could bet again if you want, or you can go ahead and pass. Because right now it's just you and one other guy. 9, no double. So that's gonna pay that, and then you're also gonna get that 3 times. So
So it's another 60 gold. Wait, if that's 3 to 1 and I had 30 gold, that means I won 90 gold.
this is why it's easier for chips.
I know I had 3 the first time. If it's
Yeah.
the same odds, and this was 2. If I won,
So a bet of 10 makes you 30.
correct. So I
Yes.
had 30 gold, which
Yep.
means I won 90.
Yep.
And then I had 40 gold, which means I won 60.
Yes.
No, 120.
120. Yeah.
120
Three times, then your bet back.
Yeah, okay. That's what
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, what do you mean I won 30 gold? That threw me off for a second. Okay, so that's
This is why I like doing the chips. The chips make it easier. So I could literally just give you the chips, you win. We don't have to worry theoretically.
90.
All right. So that was all your betting. Then
That's
we'll do
fine.
more betting here later. That where it makes
That's
more
I have
sense.
210 gold extra.
So you made a lot of money off. Let's Congratulations.
That's a big hype.
Big hype.
So you're covering dinner tonight, right?
okay.
And drinks?
I'm just gonna look at you.
And girls?
Shiloh, stop it.
I
Right.
know. I've already spotted you like 1,000 gold.
No, more than that.
All right. So after you end up wrapping that up, you guys end up kind of walking away out of the casino and starting to head your way back over. We're gonna go over to you guys as you end up getting over to Grenden.
So just walk.
Can you
right
get me
over.
a white claw too?
I mean, hey, yeah, mango, please. Yeah.
Just one.
Mango.
My turn.
You just walk right in.
Oh, hello there. Nice to see you again. So lavishing.
Yeah. Is my suit ready yet?
Oh yes, it is, sir. It is very ready for you.
And
There's a lot of things in here that are ready for you, darling.
there's do you have anything in the size for the big goblin?
Oh, I didn't even notice you walking in here. Well, I suppose we could find something for you. Oh, We we do have a child's onesie tuxedo.
Let me see it. Do you have it?
I'll have to go pull it out of the back, darling. I'll go get it for you. And she ends up going off in the back and grabbing it. So you're gonna end up seeing it's like this suit that looks like it has like some kind of adjustable drawstring on all of the cuffs and all of the legs. It looks like it kind of ties in there on the edges.
Got the tail end of that.
I'll do electric. As you end up looking on the back too, it looks like the back has a couple of drawstrings that kind of weave it together on the back to help it tie around the back of the neck.
What color is it and everything?
So it looks like it has like a very, very clean black with a kind of a reddish undershirt. It's like a little tie thing that's not really a tie or anything. It's like kind of like a little bit more of a. It looks like it's kind of like sewn into the fabric, like it's just kind of fabric is kind of bunched up and kind of make the illusion of some kind of like a tie.
Like almost like an ascot-ish.
Almost like an ascot, but a little bit less fluffy.
Less pretentious. But somehow
What,
more.
what do you think of that, Gerb?
Literally Batman and Robin, bro. Suit them up.
Like
Know what I'm saying?
you'd feel comfortable wearing that?
He kind of points over to yours. And he's like, "That one's yours.
Yeah. Yes. That.
It's the same red, like blood."
Yes. Yes. It is. I'm glad you're more excited about this than I am. How much for the small tuxedo?
Oh, for you, darling. We'll let this go for 10 gold pieces.
Sounds good. I'm just gonna sit on the edge of the table and.
Absolutely. Would you like a free complimentary hug here, sir?
Oh, you can give it to the goblin.
Yeah. What, you just kind of turns away? Regardless, darling, go in there. You can get suited.
But does
changed.
Gerb reach up for the hug? Like, is he anticipating it?
No, he's not. He
Is
doesn't really
Gerb
understand what's
asking
going
for
on.
uppies right now?
So Edo just picks him up.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go get changed.
Okay.
I would have made my way over to that store.
Yeah. Well, you guys would have not have gotten there yet, but you guys.
I know,
would
I'm
have
just
eventually. I'm assuming you guys would have all. Okay. So you end up coming out wearing this devilish suit. You look a fucking amazing. Like it's chiseled. It's
You're
like
gonna show
formed to
everybody your
you.
suit?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
He has a suit. Yeah, he's gonna show you guys a suit. He has a nice looking suit.
Should pull out my dress so you guys can be amazed by my dress.
You sent it in the no.
Oh, you actually sent it to them.
Yeah.
That wasn't the reaction I was expecting.
You can post it in the channel that way everyone can see it. Very further.
Link in mine. Fine.
Oh, you better get one for me ready.
Stunning. Breathtaking. Delicious. Yeah, that's if you guys want to look at that's Arthur's suit. So his power suit.
I only looked at his either.
No hurt feelings. No hurt feelings. All right. So as you end up kind of getting the suit on, you're gonna watch as Gerb comes out, and he has like all the little tassels and everything, and the little pull strings just kind of like dangling around. Looks like he's actually kind of like coming off of his shoulders because he didn't even like strap it back or anything.
But turn it around. please.
Gerb is strapped.
Okay.
Well, I'll
Kind of help him up and everything. Okay.
looks you looked very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad you like it.
So hide the blood so well.
Well, sure. Just no blood while we're in the city. Understand? Alright.
You watch like he just kind of sitting there. He's like pretending to hold an axe, and just kind of like going back through some of the motions you were showing him.
He has so much energy.
Oh,
He really is a
man.
toddler.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Murder toddler.
All right. So as you end up kind of getting the rest of your attire on there, I think you're helping him in. You're gonna end up noticing that the rest of your reflexes.
I think we're ready to get out of here.
I would have asked to sit. Sir, do you have anything in my size that's ready to go?
Oh, well, nice to meet your acquaintance there. Are you looking for a nice attire for tonight's event?
Yes.
Let me see if we have anything. Come over here, please.
He walks by and like carefully. These touch.
Well, actually, as it turns out, mister, we do have something that might fit you. With your skin complexion, however, I do worry a little bit about the colors. You don't strike me as much of a...
Forgot about that.
You don't strike me as much of a teal.
No, not so much. Maybe more of a dark, stormy blue or gray or black.
See, we could do something a little bit more basic if you're okay with not going with a full suit. We have extra pieces that we could throw together really quick. Luckily, our vests are pretty easily adjustable with some of the contraptions we have in the back. You see, we have this lovely part where we're able to pull through and weave and then tie it into a lovely bow on the back here. If we do that, then this could work on you if we end up putting you in perhaps a black fitted tunic. I think this will work quite well.
Sure. How much?
So for the black fitted tunic, we'll end up doing this and having a blue vest that goes down. You see him kind of pull out this vest out of this other little area in the back. Pulls out this vest and you end up seeing it looks like it has like blue, but it looks like it actually has like kind of white lines kind of coming down on the pattern. It looks like it has kind of like black florals kind of coming out that are kind of covering up those white pinstripes going on. Yeah, so for this right here, and for the black tunic that's fitted very, very well, I tell you. Let's see, for the pants, shoes, we could do this roughly for about 19 gold pieces.
Here's 20.
Oh, very well, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, and if you would like, I notice you are still carrying your belongings. Feel free to leave them here over the evening, and you can collect them in the morning. We try to teach our clients with the highest regard here at Regal Domain.
Alright, click him another gold.
Oh, sir, thank you.
Do you know anybody that can actually fix that armor that I have?
Oh. Yeah, so actually is somebody who could definitely fix that armor for you. There's a blacksmith in the town. He's quite good. He's right outside the noble districts, actually.
Well, if you could get that fixed by the time it comes back, I'll give you an extra 10 gold.
Oh, as much as I like money, sir, I unfortunately will not be able to do such things. With something like this, I would imagine it would take maybe days, a week. I'm no expert in the matter, but I would recommend going and talking to them. I have no problem storing it for you for the time being, darling.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, of course, darling. Remember, anything else you need, we will take care of it.
So that was 22 gold total.
Yeah, 20 gold total.
Fine. One bet at blackjack.
All right. What else you guys want to do?
Are we not allowed to bring our stuff into the Coliseum, or?
I have no idea.
I assume my dress didn't have pockets, so I feel like I would have probably left my stuff in the room.
Yes, there's no real bringing of outside the lines into the arena, especially weaponry. Betting and drinking, it can get quite violent, especially with some people.
It's fair.
They're not gonna take an old man's walking staff.
Stop. Fucking nerd.
Scorn, I don't think you're that old, but
Who's that?
Seer, I don't think you're that old, but I have seen many of folks walking around with staffs.
Beautiful.
It's not like they're checking every ounce of your being. So, shall we off?
I think it's time for the fight to begin anyway.
I guess I should leave my stuff here then.
Very well. Well, off we go. This is great. So excited to see this. I've been looking forward to this fight for quite some time now.
Since earlier yesterday.
No, that was Cynthia.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Cynthia.
No.
Looking forward to this fight for quite some time now. It's going to be great.
Since the last fight, I would say.
Well, it's been quite some time since my last fight. But I'm just so happy to see that Grenden is still in the fight. This is great.
What's your thoughts on doubling our bet?
Well, as I've mentioned before, I don't think I really have the funds. I don't know when I'll be getting paid next by the Lord, unfortunately. So I'm kind of strapped for gold, it seems.
I thought it is.
Here's 5 gold. And I'm very much looking forward to winning my 5 gold.
Find out.
You're very looking
Very shortly.
Alright, then, share we off. And you guys are going to end up walking way over. So as you end up kind of approaching the arena itself, you're going to end up seeing it looks like crowds of people are actually starting to kind of flood in. It looks like a couple people you actually see are wearing extremely fine clothes. Looks like they're walking in between one gate off to the side, where it seems like all like more of the peasant, low-born, mid-class are kind of going in through a different area. What do you want to do?
I guess my question is, are we split up? Like, we're walking in at this point, correct?
Yeah, you guys like aren't in it, but you guys are like outside the actual like arena. What do you
Are
guys
you
do?
guys ready to go in or?
I'm gonna have my pass ready. Chill.
Yeah.
And my pipe ready. And fully stocked up with fire, fairy, grass.
Faye fire.
Fey fire. Fey fire
Fey
grass.
fire, Fey fire grass.
Fey fire. Fairy fire. Fairy fire. I
Fairy
cast fairy
fire.
fire.
Fey fire. Alright, so as you end up
Catch
walking
fairy fire, everybody's gonna come around you and freak out.
Here he is. Here's the big guy.
So as you end up walking over to the arena, you're gonna end up watching as looks like one of the guards actually with the skill legionnaires. Well, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the arena. Tickets, please. Papers to match, please. Awesome, thank you so much. This is lovely. So you are going to be going off to. Looks like you're going to be heading to D1, sir.
D1. Very good, thank you.
Your love, D1 as well.
You said
Okay.
that to me. Or
To Margaret.
So you're heading to D1.
We don't have a Margaret.
Was Margaret not with us?
Yeah,
That's
still,
Devo.
we had an old one, old person. Whoever.
So you're also going to be heading to D1. Let me see yours, please.
This is Rachel.
All right, Lady Elena, you will be heading over to N1.
Who's N?
Oh, there's also an N.
That's supposed to be N1. Sorry, I didn't put the number on those ones. I was kind of in the
Over
middle of the
there?
call when I came up here. Yeah.
Oops. Unreal. Can you imagine?
All right, and well, as it turns out, you two, my lady, are going to be heading to N2, and you're going to end up seeing as Cynthia ends up getting her paper back and starts heading over towards N2.
That's this side.
What are the and then before Cynthia like starts to walk off,
Who are these people?
what are the chances that the two ladies can be seated together?
What do you be saying here?
Well, they're in completely separate boxes.
Oh, that'd be the case.
I don't know if it's. This is my first time in the arena. I'm just curious if it's able to be arranged.
Do you two know each other?
I don't know if Cynthia wants to sit with the lady.
Absolutely not.
Whoa!
Just saying.
It's alright, Cynthia's all the way over there.
Cynthia.
Oh, well, I suppose that speaks for that.
That answers that. Never mind.
Who
Thank
else
you.
was with Cynthia? Or was she just by herself?
So you just buy yourself a thing.
She's trying to buy it.
All right, then. Well, you have an excellent rest of your evening and enjoy the fight.
I guess that doesn't matter anyways.
Well,
So Vivo's next to me?
I still would have said it before he said
Yeah.
Okay, so Vivo and you were together, and then Cynthia's by herself.
So in
and
these
all
sections
those
that we're in, is it like stadium seating, like Amelie kind of thing, or
So
is
this
it...
is kind of think of it as like a boxed off area where it has like a ledge and a balcony. It looks like actually as you end up in the platform when you get there. But it looks like as you're kind of going inside, it looks like there's kind of corridors going towards the inside of like the inner peasant seating that are going all the way through. First thing though, we're gonna do. I need to roll a dice really quick.
Roll.
Oh, that's fine. So you're gonna end up as you end up actually walking in. You're gonna end up hearing one of the servants is kind of off in this area saying, "Terribly sorry, my lady. As it turns out, we're actually going to have to double book the nobles. I'm terribly sorry about this. As it turns out, one of the other noble booths has actually run out of due to the war some extra supplies, so don't really have enough to cater to both buffets. We're going to be having a little bit more of a cramped location. Terribly sorry."
So that means we're not sitting over here anymore?
Oh, no, you'll still be sitting over in your area, madam. It's just simply a matter of a little bit tight. Terribly sorry.
Okay. Yes.
We're trying to be as courteous as possible to let you know.
Okay. Thanks.
Not a problem, not a problem. Enjoy yourself and enjoy the fights in the buffet. And as you end up kind of walking inside, you're going to end up seeing as this kind of curtain is pulled back. It looks like there's actually vines kind of draping across the entirety of the scaffolding inside of your little booth. You're going to end up seeing there's an entire area off to the side that has like grapes, assorted fruits, and things like that that are actually already pre-cut and ready for you to eat. As you look off to another side, you're going to end up seeing what looks like different miscellaneous meats that look like they've been cooked. Some of them have been like kind of cured and everything. You see what looks like a fresh honey ham that's kind
It's
of
like a
halfway
giant
cut.
charcuterie board.
Yeah, you can grab that. And then you also end up seeing that there is giant pitchers of wine off in some of the corners as well.
Definitely gonna go get some wine.
Yep.
I'm gonna put the grapes in my wine.
And you end up seeing that there is you end up seeing that there's like a bunch of other people just kind of staying around your space. So for the rest of you, as you end up walking in, you end up being ushered over. And as you as you cross over into this area of the diamond, you end up seeing one of the guards saying, "Can I see your tickets, please?"
oh, absolutely nice.
Very well. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a fantastic time, and ladies. Enjoy the fights, and please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your time more accommodating.
Who's your money on? This one.
My money's on Grenden.
You look like a Grenden type.
I've
Grenden
watched
type.
Grenden in this fight, and he's won the last couple. If he seems like the man to be betting on right now.
Well, best luck to you then.
Thank you. What's your money on?
Well, I don't manage the money. That's what the boss does here.
Oh,
Point to
that's cute.
me or Margaret.
point to Margaret.
That's cute.
You sure?
I pointed generally towards at least Margaret.
Okay. That's cute. Well, if you end up changing your mind, just remember that there are some opportunities to bet while you're inside there.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Enjoy the fight, gentlemen and ladies. So as you end up going in there, you're going to end up seeing that it looks like your booth is actually slightly elevated in comparison to the noble booth. You're able to kind of look down at the noble booth, and you see what is Elena kind of
Can I see
sitting
Elena
on.
down
You can actually see Elena down there. She's probably about like 15, 20 feet below you, but you're able to see her.
I see her with the glass in her hand.
You do. You see her actually dropping some grapes inside the glass.
Oh, a great matter.
You guys don't have grapes.
I want to shout down at her. I'm not sure like what the distance is between but
She's over near the buffet. She's gonna be on the opposite side.
you need?
She's gonna be on the other side, so she's gonna be a little bit far.
Okay. Never mind.
Right. So as you guys end up walking inside that booth, though, you're gonna end up seeing it looks like the entirety of the walls are patterned with like a almost like an embroidered gold that kind of cascades down the walls, creating a very unique pattern. It almost looks like it's like a grate on the outside. As you end up kind of coming over closer to the edge, you're gonna end up seeing that there's more vines that seem to kind of go around this like the columns and everything. They're kind of holding up this structure. and you're gonna see the entirety of this railing going on the outside. It seems like it's entirely made of like a pure marble that looks like it has like a swirling pattern on the inside. Some gold actually like built in or somehow like plastered into the marble itself. You're gonna end up seeing what looks like flowers that are kind of blooming and like kind of wrapping around some of these vines on different parts of it. As you end up looking at, looks like the vines aren't like thorny or anything. They're just very, very like luscious flowers that almost look like they were like magically created to fit within the confines of what you guys have. Like nothing would organically grow like that. It looks like everything was like hand tailored and created, so this entire space felt not just magical, but designed for the elites. You're also going to end up seeing, of course, a buffet off to the side. It looks like you actually have not just like a kind of a wine table off in the corner. It looks like you have your own personal butlers that are kind of going around catering to people, and an entire full service like bar to an extent, where it looks like somebody wearing a very, very nice like regaldo suit. It looks like not even regaldo mate, this is a regaldo suit. Very, very fine, and he's sitting there just getting whatever people are needing from him. You're gonna end up noticing that there's actually a another person standing off in the corner with this little sign over here. That's kind of like, sorry, not a sign, a little name tape or something like that. It's kind of like straight on, but it's like it's embroidered into his jacket that says "Bets." Okay. You're gonna notice that everyone in the arena is kind of scurrying around getting their seats. Some people are getting bread and things like that around here as well. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna walk over to the guy. So, what kind of bets do you offer?
Well, so we have many bets that will be coming through. So we have the standard bets that you were able to make at the gate. But given some of the more recent changes, we actually have the ongoing bets that will be happening during the fights themselves. So instead of having your traditional just practice arenas like we have in the past, we actually have fights that will be taking place, full sparring now, where you can make bets on the individuals in the actual fighting pit before the primary events. We figured it'd be a nice way to spice things up, especially during the war efforts. If you'd like to make bets on those, I'm your man. And those bets are able to happen during the fight. Keep in mind, odds go up and down as the fight proceeds.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, what else you guys want to do?
How many people are in this booth, this dining booth?
Right now, it looks like there's about like 10-ish people in there. It's just not a whole lot. And keep in mind, that's including all of you. So there's like 3 other people in there.
Okay. I'm guessing if we were to notice somebody who would possibly resemble Wuhan the Bold, they would have a much larger entourage, at least.
Definitely.
He's a genie.
As you're kind of looking around, I want you to actually roll investigation.
Biggest terror. 12.
All right, as you're kind of like looking around, you're gonna end up getting up to the edge and just kind of like peering around, looking at some of the other booths, trying to see any of their dime booths in this area. And as you end up kind of turning around, like kind of catching over your shoulder above you, you're gonna end up noticing there's like a glimmering, shimmering, just kind of coming off from somewhere above you. And as you kind of end up like moving into a different area where like a little bit more of the kind of the shimmer is just kind of like out of your eye, you're able to see what looks like an entire gold railing surrounding its entirety. What looks like sheets and like almost linens kind of covering and creating an overhang. It looks like they have gold engraved in them, kind of like weaving into the fabric. You end up seeing that entire area up there. It looks like it's guarded, and it has a giant chair, and it looks like a couple other chairs as well. So that's probably about like 10-ish feet above you.
It's probably where Wuhan would sit, if I had to guess. Don't think we're going to be able to do much besides maybe draw his attention for a brief moment, but no words can be exchanged, I don't think, tonight, unless we catch him outside of the fight. But that's it.
Why are we trying to get your hands?
Why not? I don't see why not. Posture our way into the city politics. It seems this place, there's a lot of coin to possibly be made here, and considering that, I want to plant seeds with Margaret here, then
You might have better luck with one of the sons than you would the father, but...
Well, either way. First impressions, and I would like to look around, see if there's like a server nearby.
There is a server nearby.
Somebody with just drinks on a tray.
Yep, there is somebody kind of walking around with drinks on a tray. Looks like they're walking around with wines.
Would like to brisk away one of the glasses. Sip.
Very well, sir. As you end up kind of taking a sip of this, it's like almost like a very desserty wine, almost like a rosé. It's like very, very sweet, and it kind of lingers. And as you end up kind of like feeling this across like the taste bud, it kind of sweeps across. You don't really have any bitterness, just kind of like just like a lavender luscious kind of milk.
My, this is delicious. I offer the glass to Margaret.
Oh, this is divine.
You keep that one, darling. I'm gonna go grab another.
Absolutely, thank you. What else you guys want to do?
How crowded is our box?
Right now, it doesn't look like it's all that crowded.
Okay.
There's some people in there, just not a whole lot.
And how long until the fight is supposed to start?
Pretty soon. Yeah, looks like there's like maybe about like 10 people or so in there, including yourself.
Probably save my conversation. Save it.
Okay. All right. Are you wanting to try to talk to anyone or do anything, or?
I guess just like small talk with Vivo.
Okay. You're just gonna hang out and talk with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular, or?
Not really. Not with other people around.
So what are you gonna be small talking about then?
The weather.
Like it's like wait. Okay. So let's talk about the role playing.
So we go-
If there's
Small talk.
there's other people around, so like what are you saying to him?
What are
Because
your
other
thoughts
people
on
might want
nobles?
to jump on and like join in your conversation. Keep in mind, you're like with nobles and aristocrats.
Yeah.
Normally, they're like looking for opportunities that make it look such. So what are you talking about?
I guess just like it being my first time here, and just like talking about like what I've been seeing and stuff.
Okay. You want to roleplay that?
Make something up. Gives a shit.
I guess I suck at small talk in real life, so
Think of what your Baldur's Cake character.
pick choice
Ooh,
1,
when-
2, 3, and 4.
At night, when he lusciously goes in and leans over you, slightly. You then decide to say, "The fuck?" Or do you let it happen?
All right. So you don't want to say anything.
I guess.
Okay. All right. So going over to Cynthia. Okay. Back to you.
Excellent. I have my binoculars on Cynthia.
Okay. So actually, you're gonna try to pick out Cynthia though?
No.
I'll make Margaret jealous over here.
I'm gonna go grab some meats.
I just do wait until the fight.
All right.
Just counting my new coins. And I just won.
So as you end up going in there, it looks like the room's actually getting a little more packed. There's a couple people that are just kind of sitting off in the corner having a little conversation. You end up hearing from one of the individuals. He ends up kind of saying, well, it has been quite an affair since everything has transpired, but I will say I'm very glad to have made it to the city here in one piece. No intention of leaving here anytime soon, and you kind of hear them start chuckling
This is in our booth.
in your booth.
And everybody in our group hears that.
I would say probably everyone. I mean, it's not overly loud right now.
Mm-hmm. Did you also escape from Pike?
No, escape from pipe. Oh no, I did not escape from pipe, my friend. No. You see, I'm actually nobleman myself. I was very fortunate in the sense where I was not in that area while the siege was underway.
Well, that's good because I've heard that it's been quite devastating, even the nobles who lived within Pike themselves were quite persecuted by the Empire.
Oh, they're damned to all the hell. It's not happening. It regrets to say, but it's not. It was not a good place to be. See, I'm a slave owner myself, and as he ends up saying that, you're going to end up seeing what looks like the rest of the people in the conversation just kind of like give him this weird eye and immediately walk with it. Oh, what? Oh, just an old man owning slaves. Simple-minded, these people.
How old is this guy? What does this guy look like?
So you're gonna end up seeing it looks like he's like kind of a mid-60s man who has like a pure black button down with a velvet green jacket. It looks like he has like a puffy kind of a floral kind of coming out of his shoulders.
Would I have sold to him?
What's that?
Would I have sold to him?
Do you remember
Roll history.
why you sold it?
Roll history. No idea. We'll find out when I roll. Alright, let's do this one. Nope, that'd be a 17.
Nope.
No, meaning I don't remember, or no, I
No,
do not.
you don't remember telling anything.
Well,
Does he have a slave with him?
not everyone is fit to own slaves, and not everyone is.
Well, the aristocrats in the city, they think they're above it.
Oh,
That's
what,
like-
they pay people to do
It's
their
a-
bidding?
It's a damn imperial influence. Listen, I've heard their arguments, and it is quite non-compelling if you ask me. They said if we go ahead and we give people the illusion of freedom, and we give them property to work on, and they give them a minimum wage, and eventually they'll end up being happy. And it's the most ridiculous idea ever. If you own them, then you own them, and that's it. Be done with it. You have less of the ambiguity of the situation, just up for chance. By the gods, it's just not worth the risk.
I hand him a drink, and I say I couldn't agree more.
You're a fellow owner yourself, then.
Per se.
I'm assuming you're not part of the conversation. I want you to actually roll a perception really quick.
5.
Okay.
Nice.
Nope.
Oh,
You're kind of listening into their conversation.
Eating my meats.
You're listening. You're eating your meats and you're listening to them kind of doing it. So you're a slave owner yourself.
Not much of an owner, but a little more of the business.
A trader.
Was.
Was. Gods, why'd you stop?
he's being
Well,
humble, honestly.
The invasion of Pike.
Oof.
It did miss
So the
a
both
point.
of you were caught up with that.
A lot of
separately, but yes.
a lot of our business was caught up with the imperial conquest of Pike.
We met
Oof.
outside on the escape portion of Pike. We
So-
ran into each other.
So you're if you're a trader, you're not from the city then. Where in the city did you live? I know people there.
Oh, and Pike? Yes. I could not remember a lick of geography about that place.
There's a map on Discord.
I can remember off the top of my head. I cannot fucking remember.
Okay.
Just let you know.
Okay, so
If
you're
that
able.
helps.
So let's have you roll history then.
Jesus fuck. It's a 9.
Yeah, nice history.
Oh,
That's about it.
it's, a,
I'm all intelligence.
it's an
index.
awkward district to be living in for a man of your class.
Well, you'd be surprised. What exploring and adventuring can get you.
You're adventurous. Tell me a story.
Story.
Story of your adventures, please.
You want a real story or maybe a little lavish?
Garnish it a bit. Surprise me.
Have you ever heard of these creatures called...
Sorry.
I was actually going to go.
Were you-
I was. You heard of such creatures as seasonal types of orcish species? For example,
My slaves have mentioned something of it.
have you heard of orcish Santa? I say it in like a hushed tone so that I don't get curveball.
Gerb's over there eating meat and with
Hey,
me.
hey man, I'm just making sure Gerb doesn't
Oh, I
lose it.
I can't say I have. No, I don't talk to my slaves like that.
Well, and I move myself next to him so that I can like gesture and point and share the gaze of Gerb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, this creature, call him Bone Jangles, but he goes by Gerb. Whatever. He served such a seasonal orc named Orcish Santa.
My
No.
father, you serious?
And, you know, none of that sounds really intimidating or anything, but who knows what Santa does.
But it's fantasy.
Imagine imagine you were sailing in the Eye of Exrath, and you were making it to the next port call, whether you'd be traveling over to Edgewin, or you go to the north side towards the Elven Forests. But imagine you're just on the boat, and suddenly your entire world is just wrapped in ice. Completely. You are in just a dome of ice. Suddenly.
Like in the Eye of Exrath itself.
Just out of nowhere. Just a globe of ice. Some might call it a snow. But I don't call it that. I called it frozen hell. Because what happened and preceded that. Far worse. So of course, what happens if there's a boat and a bunch of ice, in a sea of ice? Going there, just sits there. So we had to go and figure out what the hell was going on. Turns out this Orcish Santa had to play a few games. Some riddles. But this one over there, that one, Gerb, Bojangles, you can call him Bojangles, that's fine. He'll respond to that.
I prefer not to call them by the slave
No,
names.
that's our given. The name that we gave.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
He calls himself Gerb. We
Oh, yes.
So Bojangles is good. I think it's a better name than Gerb. Gerb is fucking. Anyway. All of that to say, Gerb was feeding us a riddle. We solved it. But we said, no. You don't just entrap us in a giant snow globe and get away with it. So, we hold the little one hostage.
Did this really happen?
I'm dead serious. I'll let you try to figure out if any of this is embellished.
Does Gerb still have bells on him?
No, he doesn't.
No, he's wearing little tux now.
He didn't hold any of the bells, not even one.
He doesn't look
Okay,
like
just figured I'd check.
Would you?
Alright, so we'll say that you go ahead and you finish going through your tale.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so let's go back to Edard. So Edard, you're kind of sitting there eating your meat. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'm giving food to him as well.
Okay.
That's about it. I
Roll perception.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What's a 7?
Okay. You end up hearing somebody kind of say, "The volume of that man." Wow.
I just kind of just like smirk a little bit and then just continue.
He sips on a glass while flexing.
How? By the way, I don't know if I asked or if you said how tight is this suit?
It looks like it actually has a bit of a stretch to it, but it's a very, very fun thing.
Okay, just say because if it's like restricting, I probably
It's
would
not
have-
restricting.
Okay.
It's fun.
That was one of the requests you had when you got this.
Yeah.
So somebody ends up actually kind of like walking over to you, and you end up kind of feeling a little bit like a little bit of a knock against your leg. Excuse me there, sir. How you doing there?
I'm fine.
Hey, top of the day to you. How you doing there? It's very curious, and what is it you be doing with your time then?
I'm
What
sorry.
do you do with your time?
Just adventuring, going out and exploring.
Boy, that's
A lot of working out and looking up, you know.
well, it seems like it, eh? Yeah. I am very curious if you have something you'd be interested in. You doing any work? Looking for work?
Not at the moment. No.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
I'm just. Is this a halfling?
Yes,
I knew it! You all sound the
I know
fucking
it,
same,
too.
bro!
He's trying to
I knew
recruit
it,
me
I
for
knew
a
it.
gang.
Hell yeah, bro. Watch teeth you have.
Are you
Sorry,
eating
I'm
like
sorry.
a barbarian, or are you like trying to eat them?
I like halfway, you know, just
It's got a turkey leg.
yeah. You
That's,
know.
that's
With
what
a
I'm
turkey
picturing,
leg
like
with
a
a fork and
7-foot fucking barbarian.
I'm
like,
like,
I mean, the
I'm
fucking
eating,
meat.
but then I'm leaning over a little bit, so it's not like dripping down me, you know.
Well, you end up having if you end up having any kind of desire to do something with your time, then I have an opportunity for you.
I don't care.
Have I can't remember if I have personally seen him before. I don't think I have.
You have
right?
not.
Just Not that I'm particularly interested, but what is it you're offering?
Well, you see there, sir. My name is Hugo Longbottom. Pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance, sir. Hey, we're running into a little bit of a predicament. Have you been very familiar with the Long River Row?
What is it?
The Long River Row. You ever heard of us?
No, don't think so.
Oh, we're one of the best bard groups out here. They kept on tenure over in this area here for quite some time there.
Hmm.
You see, and I'm supposed to be playing over at the Fortune's Den here come soon. But we ran into a bit of a problem. I made a custom song especially for this occasion. And as it turns out, when we did our last concert up on the Eye of Extra, there was some lost papers after well, needless to say, we won't be doing any more events up in the Eye of Extra. But if somebody who's very strong and composed like yourself could go up there and get the papers for me, be very grateful.
Are you staying in this area?
No, of course we'd be staying in this area. We're here on tenure.
I don't particularly plan on going to the Eye of Exarath, but
Hey, I'm just making the offer there, friend. Whatever you decide to do with the information, it's up to you.
It's fine. If I will keep it in mind, and if I happen to see it around town, and I have an answer, I will discuss it.
I'll tell you this, there, friend. Right now, are you playing over Celestial Luck? That's from my group B. If you run into me or any of the other halflings, even probably more often you run into our manager. He's the host. He's not running into any of us. Let us know.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Alright? Pleasure making your acquaintance, our friend. What was your name?
Edward.
Edward. Absolute pleasure. Now, I might say, you must be doing something good with those muscles outside of just flexing inside them suits. But then there's some good use, whether it be for me or somebody else in this fine city. There's a lot going to be made here.
I'm sure there is.
You go watch it, he basically just chugs out the rest of his wine and kind of just starts kicking back over to his group. Okay, you're going to watch it, the area kind of fills up a little bit more. Watch your roll perception again.
Me?
Yep.
Perception.
That's gonna be that's an 18. Yes, 18.
You're gonna end up watching after that conversation ends because it was a little bit distracting for you, kind of looking down at this halfling, considering your size and posture, and kind of acknowledging him. As you're gonna find finishing that conversation and looking up off to the side, you're gonna end up seeing over into this noble booth where it looks like a bunch of people begin filling in the rest of the room, the rest of the booth. You're gonna end up seeing what looks like Elena just kind of standing off on the corner, just kind of overlooking, drinking some wine, talking to Bevo. And you're going to see what looks like Cynthia actually kind of walking in there a little bit disgruntled with a couple other people.
Arthur.
I will tipsily walk over.
Kind of like lean over and kind of point, like, looks like they're sit together anyways.
Oh, after all the half Cynthia gave.
Yeah, that should be interesting. You have grape or something on you?
I have something better.
What do you have?
I pull out a pebble out of my coat that I definitely keep with me because I always have my tinkerer's kit. Just in case.
Okay.
What are you thinking? What do you want to do?
Give me the
What do you want this stone to do? Do you want it to say something? Do you want it to stink?
I'm just throwing it.
Do you want it to stink?
What do you mean?
You can make it smell like something putrid or something nice. I don't know.
I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we are in the city. So.
I want. How heavy is is it little
Pebble.
teeny tiny little pedal?
Pebble.
So I'm gonna not throwing it. Then I'm gonna toss it so it just kind of lands on one of their heads.
Whose head? Just one of us?
Sure,
Just
yours.
throwing a stone. It's
Mine?
Here.
What did I ever do?
It's just to mess with people.
Mess with
Literally.
That's an even number, so I'm going for you. Here, I'll get reckless attack.
Oh my god. Yeah, good thing. Jesus Christ, we're rolling like
8
shit.
plus 1, that's right. The 8 plus 5?
It hits me directly in the eye and I'm blind for
Yeah.
the rest of my life.
You now have a stone eye.
What's your AC?
It just switches
What's my
places.
AC?
Yeah.
12.
I don't.
13. I hit you. I just hit you. So I'm just tossing it.
So you're gonna feel like a kind of like a nick in the back of your noggin. You're talking to Vivo, and you're kind of turning around.
I'm just looking the opposite direction.
Right? You're gonna end up hearing this like kind of like a giant gong get hit around the same time. As the gong ends up striking, you're end up seeing like everyone begins to just immediately shut up.
What was it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the preliminary events of our event here. First, coming out to fight, we have Keen Eye versus Severus. The two of them will be going against each other in a sparring contest. First one to go ahead and incapacitate the other will be crowned the victor. Non-lethal weapons, of course, and you watch as two people end up walking into the arena.
What's your name, sir? The guy bitching about talking about slaves that I was talking
The
about.
old crusty man.
Let me look at it. My name is Fuhan.
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 Fuhan. Fuhan, how
Instead of
much of a gambling man are you?
Gambling man enough. I bet a good amount of money on the last fight and this fight to come.
Say you wanna gamble a little wagers on all the sparring matches, say increase 5 gold each round.
Sure, who do you want to take for this fight?
I'll let you pick. I'll go the other way.
I'll let you take Severus.
Just starting off with 5 gold.
5 gold. Yeah. Alright, so as the fight kind of begins, you guys will be able to kind of talk and mingle and everything as they're kind of sparring through. It seems like the announcers really aren't doing anything right now, but the fight kind of begins and things start happening. Everyone's kind of oohing and awing at the beginning. So anything you guys want to do is just kind of first sparring fight starting on.
How many people are in this booth?
Are you-
I'm just curious.
Quick question:
How
Are
many
you guys
people?
sitting next to each other?
Right now in your booth, you're going to end up having
I mean,
about,
unless
like,
you walked away.
including you, about 20.
As he walked away to you, like my assumption is
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
relatively staying around each other. There's probably 20-ish people in this booth.
are there chairs or do we have to stand?
There are some chairs, but it looks like it's mostly standing.
It's a box with a okay, got it. Standard box.
By the way, little fella came up to me, a little halfling.
Shut up, the fight's going on. What do you want?
A little halfling with a funny voice came up to me earlier, and
Don't they all have
I look around to see if there's the halfling's still here.
Roll investigation, actually.
I can't see him. He's not eye level.
You said investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
5.
Yeah, you're not going to say.
Dude, what are these rolls tonight?
There's a lot of tall people around
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's fine.
he offered me a job to. He said he's a bard. He's part of a bard group. If I want to talk to him, he's at the store. And we would have to go
You
to.
didn't bring up that again, did you?
No.
Okay.
So I was about to say, I don't want us to
No,
be
no.
announcing any of
He was.
You're on your own.
He was
Twice.
proposing a job that he needs papers rescued from the Eye of Exarath for his bard troop.
Seems quite specific.
Yeah, real weird. I said that for that point I wasn't interested, but if I reconsider, we could talk to him at the Celestial One.
Well, I do aim to go there later this evening.
Eye of Exarath.
Yes, of course. Duh. No, I mean Celestial Luck.
I mean, I told him I wasn't planning on going there, but if he happened to go
I had intentions of going. It's after the fight. Assuming. you know, there's nothing.
As long as I don't lose all my money at the fight, I'll most likely be spending a little more.
I think you already made that quick penny from earlier.
Exactly.
So that's at least a start with. Well, Bard's here, old crusty slave owners.
Oh, and that is quite the hit on Sephiroth. Oh, God.
Is Margaret standing right now?
Marker is saying.
I'm gonna grab a chair. Wherever the chair is.
You were able to grab a chair.
I grab a chair. I shove up to yeah. Margaret's done, bro. Done.
Chair comes up the back row.
I wanna put the chair basically right up against the railing so she doesn't have flat ropes.
Okay. And you do that. And as it happens, you're going to end up hearing a giant scream like, oh, and that is it. That is it. Severus comes in taking the win.
Hell yeah.
You're going to watch what looks like Severus just kind of like spinning around this giant like quarterstaff as it looks like he's like pinned the person down to the ground.
Is he a monk looking dude?
He does look like he has like kind of a monkish connotation.
You say he's monkey?
A little bit monkey, yeah.
Well, that's 1 for 1.
Shit. Alright, fine.
It's okay. 10 gold next.
10 gold. Good. Alright. Anything else you guys want to do in the meantime? Elena, anything you want to do? You're gonna notice that like it got really, really packed in there. There's a lot more people in there.
I probably would be trying to like stay close to the exit of the booth.
Just in case the fight gets into the stands.
So,
Just-
like, are you just back here, not even watching the fight then?
I didn't really have much interest in it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Blasphemy. How dare you?
Alright, cool. Well, you're up there. I mean, I guess Cynthia would have definitely made her way all the way up to the front.
yeah.
Very imperial of you not to like.
I feel like I'd probably just be sitting in the back like watching her, judging her.
We've
Alright.
come full circle.
Burning a hole through her
Burning
skull.
a hole, like, right in the back of her head.
Alright, cool. Alright, so you're gonna end up hearing the announcer saying,
Do something.
alright, going on to our next fight here. We have Belfour versus Keymil.
Belfour. I'm gonna start chanting.
Okay.
Well,
Belfour.
I'll go for Belfort.
Okay.
What does Belfour look like? I probably don't even fucking know what they look like. I'm just chanting.
Yep, you just yep.
There's one guy. I'm like, come on,
So you end up so here's the thing, you end up watching as he comes out. He's gonna take your bet. You're gonna end up watching as like one of the essentially the bookies, the betters walks up to you like, so would you like to make your bets on Belfour?
No, I'm just pretty certain that Belfour's going to put the clap down on whatever the fucking other person's name is.
Well, okay. And then you watch, he just kind of starts walking away. So very, very well, sir. Very well. And you're gonna end up watching as like Belfour walks, and Belfour's fucking massive.
Let's
Hell
go,
yeah.
Jeff!
Fucking jacked.
Wait. Compared to Edard, how'd you?
He's fucking jacked.
Whoa!
So as he kind of
Tag
like
team
as he kind of walks out, you're just kind of like fuck. Then you end up looking as Keymil walks out, or Keymil walks out. As Keymil walks out, he's gonna end up walking out. Looks like he's a really, really small guy.
Fuck you, Key Lime! That's what I shout.
Okay.
As it
So
comes out.
as that happens, you're gonna end up kind of feeling a tap on your shoulder, Storm. And as it happens, he's just gonna drop some gold in your hand.
I still wait. I just hold it. I don't pocket it until after it's done.
I'm gonna
I hold my extra 10 gold, so it's a 20 gold in my hand.
Don't knock the little ones.
Hey.
Wait,
Alright,
where is he?
anything else you guys want to do while the fight
I'm
happens?
just shouting.
Go kick him in the balls.
Alright.
Grab his dick and twist it!
So what you guys are gonna end up watching is like all of you except for you are kind of like sitting on this watching this. You're gonna watch as like Cynthia is just kind of like you literally hear like a woman is screaming at the top of her fucking lungs.
Let's go!
Fucking dick off!
Fuck you, Lime!
So you're literally gonna watch is like this what looks like maybe just like a really short human, not like a dwarf or anything, but like kind of like maybe like about 5 foot-ish. Starts like running up towards him and kind of does this really cool maneuver where he like stabs this spear into the ground and kind of begins to pull off of it, trying to stab in like this general direction. But it's not like they're wooden weapons. But he kind of tries to do this thing. Then the guy literally just like grabs the staff, grabs his head, and just chucks him off against the wall.
Okay, then I just pocket the gold.
Let's go! You know, like, that was a quick fight. Belfour! This one's going to Belfour.
Belfour, bro. I'm just saying,
Here you go. Here's 5 gold.
You're gonna say, we need to actually do a check on this one. It looks like he might be a little damaged after that fight. Brief moment, everyone. Brief moment.
fucking dead!
Take an opportunity to go ahead and get some gold.
Where's the blood?
Get your gold, make your bet, so we're moving on to the next round
I
here.
give you 5.
Next ones coming through are going to be Kendallin and Ulfred.
So 20 gold now.
Alfred!
Are we doubling? You want to double each round?
We'll double.
Double. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are able to do whatever you want during the
20?
kind of cleanup of
20
this
gold.
next fight.
Wait, who's it between?
Come on.
Kindling.
They're going out to like check on it basically.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the second person.
Kindlin
Orchard?
and
Orchid?
Alfred.
Alfred. Orchid.
Alfred.
Orchid Santa.
Key lime pie and Orchid the.
That's next
Orchid.
I don't know, man.
It's a fake bag. God damn.
Is that online or Sam's Club?
Costco. The old Costco.
Key school.
The old Costco.
Just in the habanero barbecue.
I don't think I've seen them.
Oh,
Jabanero.
Job,
it's not hot in my opinion at all.
Oh, I'm sure
It's
not.
so good though.
You want some more?
Whole handful.
Yeah.
Without putting my hands on
a big
all of
bag,
them.
dog.
All of the
It's
nuts.
a big bag, dog. You're gonna love my nuts.
I'll just put my grubby fingers all over your nuts.
Yeah.
Didn't
I love that commercial with the slap chop.
I?
You're gonna love my nuts. I can't believe that was a commercial on TV.
They knew what they were doing.
How much gold do you have? I'm actually asking you.
Not a lot.
In game, in person, character.
I pull out my emptiest coin purse. Looking thing.
You heard how that guy went? Why that guy went to jail, right?
Oh, I have 8.
Now I have 13.
Well, no, I have 8 now.
Oh, you have 8 now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright.
That's what you should do as an artificer. Is you should make the ShamWow.
Patent it.
Alright, so as it ends up going, so which one are you taking for this fight?
I'll let him decide.
Orchid.
Okay.
Alfred.
I'll take Ulfric.
Boo! Fuck Ulfric! Fuck Ulfric! What's the other guy's name?
Kendall.
Kendall.
Kendallin.
Kendallin.
Why does that suck, Kindling?
Okay.
What do the fighters look like?
Alright, we'll go into that in a second. Anything else you guys want to do? Any like other bets you guys want to make with the
I'm
book?
just here shouting.
2 gold on Kindling.
2 fucking
Are you-
gold.
Okay.
Okay, so you're putting 2 gold on Kendallin? Okay. Alright, so you go ahead and put 2 gold on Kendallin with your rookie. Okay. Alright, as this is happening. Alright, you're going to end up watching as it looks like Kendallin walks out. Kendallin is actually a woman. As you end up saying you end up watching as she walks out. It looks like she's wearing like basically like an all black attire and like all black tunic, and is sitting there carrying what looks like two kind of like short long swords, kind of like dual wielding them. You're gonna watch as Ulfric walks out, and Ulfric is actually a rather hairy man, but it looks like he's not the most like built, but he has like pretty good definition, and he's wearing more of like a standard kind of fighter's attire.
It's not that kind of show.
Alright.
Kids here, right?
You rip it off.
Is this a family show?
Alright, so what you're gonna end up
He only said
watching.
ladies and gentlemen. He didn't say boys and girls.
So what you're gonna end up watching as Ulfric ends up just running into her like full speed, just trying to go ahead and just kind of de-arm her immediately. Ends up actually knocking one of the short swords out, and she ends up basically just broadsiding him across the face and like knocking him flat against the ground. So he kind of starts scraping up against the ground, trying to get. You're gonna watch as like she goes ahead and kind of starts to like come in with a jab.
Jab his ass out!
As that happens, you're gonna end up watching as like she kind of like slips in the sand actually, and he ends up kind of grabbing her by the side, pulls her over, then immediately kind of gets on top of her and begins like holding the sword and starts like getting to try to press it down. She kind of tries like, kind of fighting it a little bit, kind of barely getting her sword in the way. She kind of trying to use her forearm to make sure the sword can't come down on her. You're gonna end up watching at that point where she basically go ahead and literally comes up, knees him right in the groin as he just kind of begins to fall back, kind of like gaining his bearing, as she just scours off to the side and begins kind of taking things.
Let's go get the leg! Get him the ball!
And you're gonna watch the announcement of saying, What is he doing there? You're gonna watch as it looks like Ulfric begins like taking something out and begins kind of doing an incantation. You're gonna end up watching it. It looks like he kind of has this armor kind of forming around him.
Hey, it's cheating! He's fucking cheating!
You're gonna watch as
Pussy can't handle shit!
and you're gonna watch as she ends up coming in and immediately ends up hitting something like on his arm and just kind of deflects off. And she literally just grabs him he grabs her by the neck and just literally just like pulls her entire body pulling somebody off of a mounted horse, pulls her off, and then immediately just comes down with an elbow right into her gut, and then immediately go ahead and like gets his blade right up against her neck and just kind of holds it there. You're gonna watch as she just kind of like laying on the ground trying to twitch and everything, get out of the way. It's the judges saying, "Okay, I think that's it. We're calling it here for Ulfric."
Oh, Candleland, you suck! You had him in fuck you, Candleland!
Well, I'm glad at least with 1-1.
No, you still have more. Point down 5 now. That's what it looks like.
Alright, last fight.
Last one.
I think it's the last one for the main event.
40.
40, here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the last two fights coming out before our primary event here, we have Keldash versus Pindle.
Shall we leave it to fate? As I hold up a coin to flip
Let's do it.
So.
Keldash or Pindle?
Okay, so this is Pendle,
Pendle.
and this is Keldash. For me. Whoever it lands on is who I'm going for.
Number 2.
Second.
Whatever you said, second.
Pendle.
Handle.
Here we go. You're gonna end up watching as what looks like Keldash walks out. Keldash looks like he's actually some kind of a mage. It looks like he's not bringing any weapons. He's just kind of like holding his little firebolts in his hand. And you're gonna watch as the other walks out and immediately starts kind of like wielding a sword out of nothing. As they just kind of like start pulling out of thin air.
It's a hex blade. Let's go.
Okay. And you're gonna watch as what looks like the two of them end up going head to head immediately. But one of them ends up, you see it looks like as he starts running forward with the blades, you're gonna end up watching as Keldash ends up just casting what looks like a thorn maze on the ground. It's kind of coming around, developing the one person. After that, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like a bunch of little firebolts begin to kind of forming in his hands as he ends up just shooting firebolts in a general direction. And he just begins covering everything up as he's trying to block anything that's coming in his general direction.
Second one, Pendle.
Yeah, Pendle. So as Pendle's kind of sitting there, you're gonna watch he's kind of like trying to get his way out, and some of the thorns and vines are kind of being broken off. But after that, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like him just barely breaking his way out. He starts running the rest of the way over, makes a swing against him, and you're gonna end up seeing as he kind of like grabs him, pushes him away, then immediately comes down this giant bolt of lightning and just begins like putting it towards and puts it right next to his head. After that, you're just gonna watch he is just paralyzed, just sitting there, kind of like the hex blades and everything just kind of go away. You're just kind of looking up at him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be called for Keldash. Thankfully, he showed mercy there at the end. Good job, Keldash. Way to fight.
Pendle. Huh?
That's me flicking that. I passed it over to him.
All right, you want to do one of the last fight? Final fight of the evening?
Which is?
The main event, of course. Marcus versus Grenden.
What do you think?
Well, made a bit of money here. Normally I bet my money on Grenden, but I'll bet my money on... No, I'm still going to keep my money on Grenden.
Sure. How much?
How much you want to lose? Grenden is a favorite here.
I know. How much?
100 gold?
Done.
100 gold it is. Alright. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending this evening's event. And welcome in to the final event here in the arena. In the blue corner, and you end up seeing as what looks like another separate set of doors ends up kind of opening. Standing at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 180 pounds, hailing from the streets of desperation, we have Marcus Kos. At 37 years of age, he might be a novice in the arts of combat, but his heart is as fierce as a seasoned warrior, fighting not for glory, but for the reclamation of the wealth and life he had taken away. Well, one might say, this is like another one of the announcers. Well, one might say he did it to himself, gambling, you know. Shadowstone does that to you. Well, that might be true. But watch as he steps into the spotlight, ready to prove that even the underdog can crawl into greatness here in the Shadowstone arena. Well, well, as we get ready for this electrifying showdown, let's go ahead and look off into the red corner. And you guys want to be doing anything with that?
Who did you put your
Marcus.
Grenden is the favored one?
Correct.
Brandon's favorite.
I put my money on Marcus on every bet.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah, here we go.
Want
I
someone
have
to-
3 bets out there.
Yeah! Anyone else want to do it?
I want to bet.
I have
think,
5
just in case.
gold with Cynthia, 100 gold with what's his fuck, and 30
Fluhan?
gold that it pays out very well, and that you guys technically don't know about.
About what?
Exactly.
Right?
I'm ready to watch this fight. Let's go, Marcus! Fucking crush him!
And looking into the red corner, standing at 5 feet 10 inches, weighing in 170 pounds, we have the favored half-elf sensation, Grendel Finn. And you listen to the entire crowd begin going, Finn.
Oh.
At the age of 43, he's already etched an undefeated streak of 2 victories tonight on his path of aiming to make it 3 on the path of riches and glory out of the Blighted District. Now Grenden's journey isn't just about winning. After transcending the Blighted District and ascending into, his journey is about transcending the Blighted District and ascending into the noble ranks. While he continues his unstoppable rise to pave the way into the Grand Elites, who's to say? Keep your eye on Grenden Finn, the future of this arena.
Oh.
You see, actually, Grenden,
Bro.
serving a short time in the Lord's military, he has sunk into poverty, taking back to the streets, taking back his life. To the goddess of love herself, Lady Shay, he begins his oath of conquest, moving forward and taking back what is his. Looking at the streets, it looks as if he is donning no sword, no, but a long sword, but no shield in today's event. As you watch as he just kind of walks out, you watch as he's a half-elf wearing what looks like very, very elaborate armor. It looks like the entire thing's like carrying like a gold trim going through. You barely see any kind of silver. And it looks like he actually is carrying a long sword this day without any kind of shield on his bearing.
This is
Grendel.
Okay.
Or Grenden. Grenden.
Grendel. Grendelin.
Grenden.
Grenden.
Well, I will say that makes sense given his experience in the pits. Understanding the lack of experience of his opponent, he must believe that there is a better chance for showmanship in today's fight. And Budran, as you see, what is he donning over there? Well, outside the longsword, it looks like he's wearing standard plated armor going through and through. Well, take a look over at Marcus. It seems he has a little bit of experience in squabbles in the streets, and not just a couple of fights in a night fight. Some people say in the Blighted District he's actually killed multiple men in his fists and blades. We'll have to see if that comes into play while he is donning an axe and a shield in today's event. Anything else you guys want to be doing? That's conversation. It looks like there's actually a lot of chatter going around some of these.
I want
I'm
to eavesdrop.
focused.
You want to eavesdrop? Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
We'll drop some eaves here. It's a 14.
14?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're going to end up overhearing kind of bits and pieces of 2 conversations. So you're going to end up hearing one saying, "Oh yes, it's been a great time. Etho, I want you to go ahead and grab me another glass of wine. We have to go back on to watch here later this evening. Enjoy yourself. Not too much." Koilok, are you sure? Of course I'm sure. Scale Legion is a very, very honorable thing to do, but as my squire, enjoy yourself a little bit. Then you're going to end up hearing a little bit of another conversation. Well, interesting thing. You see, there's a lot of different types of potions that could be fixing that ailment, but I'm not entirely sure if that's something we can easily acquire right now. If you come by some of my shop, we can go ahead and give you a better evaluation. I have the machinery over there, but you're gonna have to come by. I can't really do that right here, right now. Oh, sorry, the fight started.
Who was just having the last conversation?
The last conversation was between two individuals. One being a very tall standing man, looks like probably mid-40s. Looks like they're wielding some kind of a dragon armor and leather scales. Like ingrained into the armor. With a giant cloak that's draped across their back entirely from black dragon scales. As you end up kind of looking at their face, you're going to end up seeing it looks like they have like a beard that's kind of half beard going through, completely bald going across the head.
I want to approach the gentleman.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you end up approaching him. Hello there.
Gentlemen, I couldn't help but overhear your potion problem.
Oh, the last conversation? That was
Yeah.
not the last conversation.
Oh.
That was the one before. The last conversation? That one was by...
I might have interrupted you before.
You're fine, you're fine. That was Swina. So it looks like this is a mid-24, like mid-24, mid-25, half elf. Looks like she's wearing like a light blue dress with silver trim on the exterior.
Yeah, I want to approach. Okay. My lady, I couldn't help but overhear you're having an issue with potions.
Oh, well, I'm always having a bit of an issue with potions, yes. It's just the components are so difficult to come by nowadays.
Ah, so you're in need of maybe some fetching?
I'm always in need of something
some
like that.
sourcing of these things that you need, these implements, alchemical ingredients?
Oh, yes, there is many ingredients that I can use. Why, are you some kind of a collector? A salesman?
Some might call me that. I'm an honest business person, and the thing that I pride myself in is I myself am a fetcher, and my beloved Margaret is an excellent potion smith, and she makes great drops.
Really?
The best I've ever met.
Well, that is quite nice to know. You see, I'm actually the sole owner of Highborn Healing here in the Noble District.
Very good. I had no idea that. I thought there would be at least one or more other competing kind of shops.
Oh, there used to be. And they are no more.
Well,
You cannot keep up with the best, especially when they have the favor of the Bull family. Hard to compete with.
Hi. Well, cheers and pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well, absolutely. What is your name there, friend?
I am Arthur Nightshade, and my beloved I spoke of. Her name is Margaret. She's seated over by the front of the box.
Oh, very nice. Well, my name is Swina Neelan. If you ever find yourself in the Noble District, and I bet that's where you reside, feel free to stop by Highborn Healing. I would love nothing more than to help you with any of your potions, ailments, sicknesses, diseases, and potentially work out an arrangement. Especially if you're going to be out getting certain types of things that are only found in exotic locations that I often don't frequent anymore.
Well, I don't want to bother you anymore. Find somebody to start.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to
I just
continue
put a
this.
massive amount of money over on Grenden.
Fuck him up, Marcus.
My friend. Very into Marco. He's quite about the underdog character. I'm not sure it's going to go well.
Is he kidding? You do understand that Marcus has lived in the Blight District his entire life.
Marcus.
His house was just destroyed by the government.
Means he has nothing else to lose, bitch. To the death.
Well, I will. I raise my glass to cheers, Swina.
Cheers to you. All right.
Good luck with Grenden, and wish me luck with my friend and Marcus. Luckily, my money's not anywhere.
So you're gonna watch as what looks like at the moment, kind of everything just kind of immediately goes silent as you watch it, like the kind of magical darkness barrier immediately goes up around the entire exterior of the arena. You can see through magical darkness, right? Okay, so you're actually able to see through it. You're able to see like a magical darkness kind of come up. You're able to see through. It looks like the entirety of the arena ends up kind of having this like magic cascading going on as you end up seeing what looks like a bunch of things begin spawning up inside. You watch it, it looks like an entire swamp off to one side with snakes begins kind of forming, and the snakes begin kind of like riling out. You watch as trees begin spawning up in certain locations, an entire broken building off in the middle that looks like it has an entire broken side that's kind of collapsing is spawning off in the center. And you watch as certain other features begin kind of spawning up, like giant piles of rocks, a boulder, an entire cliff edge, and a waterfall begin kind of working its way.
It's not a boulder.
I ask Gerb, you want to help up on my shoulders?
Ooh, yeah.
Should give Garb a
As
little
he's
coin
holding
to
Yeah, we don't have turkey leg. Alright, so going into this, you're going to end up seeing what looks like Marcus kind of like walking off into this small little area as he's kind of like trying to examine. You're going to watch the announcement saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The main event of the evening. For how long this fight will take, we are not known. But by the Mother's mercy and the Father's grace, we will have a victor of tonight's event. The belongings of the one will go to the other. And the bets of the one winner, of course, go to those betting victors. Ladies and gentlemen, final bets in. Betting is closed. Fight!" And you're gonna watch as they just immediately are like kind of off of this like magical hole that they were in. They just kind of begin spinning off. As you watch as the magic veil just immediately drops. So you guys are able to take in the entirety of this.
Fuck him up!
Alright. So you're going to end up watching as it looks like Marcus kind of like running and taking cover behind one of the trees off on his side. So it looks like kind of the snakes and everything are kind of beginning to work its way out towards him. It looks like he's kind of like trying to take cover over there. It looks like he actually ended up pulling out this little crossbow that he had kind of strapped to his side. So he kind of begins pulling back a bolt, looking around the tree and just trying to take a shot really quick. You're going to watch the bolt just immediately hits off on a different tree, just completely off, not even in the right direction where it was. Then you're also going to be commenting on it saying, "Oh, very, very poor move over there by Marcus, trying to reveal his position so early. He should have just hid behind that tree a little bit longer. Ooh, damn shame. He's setting himself up for death right there."
Let him cook!
You're going to end up watching as it looks like Grenden is just kind of moving off in a different position. You're going to end up watching as he actually starts like climbing up into a tree. It starts getting a little bit better lay of the land.
Marcus is climbing in the tree.
Grenden.
Grenden is climbing in the tree.
Okay. You're going to end up watching as what looks like he's kind of starting to begin to conjure some magic up in the tree. As immediately he just vanishes from the tree and like a puff of mist as you watch the mist begins to fall off of the tree. After that, you're going to watch as Marcus just kind of stands there just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Marcus, don't just fucking stay there!
You're going to end up hearing as it looks like a shouting coming from people saying, "To your left! To your left! To your left!" And you're going to watch as like Marcus begins to look over there. You're going to watch as what looks like Grenden immediately just coming down, this slashing motion coming through the trees. As Marcus kind of barely dives out of the way and starts falling back. It ends up like actually sliding off into the mud right over next to where these snakes are kind of coming out of the pit. Looks like he actually kind of like takes his axe and just begins kind of chopping off the head of some of the snakes as he begins kind of like scurrying his way up out of the mud. Just begins running over towards the house.
How far up are we?
You guys are pretty high up. You guys can basically see everything that's going on.
I mean, like, how many feet up?
Oh.
You're
Do it.
Do
it. Just go ahead.
Just love it.
So for where you guys are,
Magic.
the fight.
There's magic cast over here.
I would say you're within like 90-ish feet from where it's happening. So
Just do it. We all know you want to. Just go ahead, because I want to see how this turns out.
We're all curious.
We're all curious.
Honestly, I do want to know what the hell is. There's magic happening here tonight, but
So you're gonna watch as Marcus ends up kind of just running over towards the center and begins kind of strapping himself and he starts like reloading his crossbow. As that happens, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like Grenden begins kind of like running through the trees, trying to dodge through. As this is all going on, you're gonna watch as it looks like Marcus actually pulls back the crossbow and ends up shooting a bolt that ends up kind of like hitting the armor and actually kind of glazes a bit of his arm as you watch just like some red just begin kind of pouring out inside his arm. You're gonna listen to everyone saying boo, boo. It's like, I can't believe it. Marcus actually got a shot off on there. Good for him.
Marcus!
Good for him.
Yeah, you announcer. Fucking Tony Romo sounding.
So as that happens, you're gonna end up seeing what looks like this kind of like weird like magical like thing just begin kind of like spawning out of his hands. It's like he kind of like touches himself, and Grenden immediately just begins to get this like surge of energy. He just begins sprinting as fast as he possibly can, almost like triple the speed, right over towards Marcus. To him.
Yeah.
So as he ends up getting super close to him, you're going to end up watching as Marcus is starting to go ahead and reload the crossbow. Then he turns off to the side and begins trying to shoot the crossbow again, dropping his shield in the process. You're going to watch as Marcus basically just go ahead and shoots this thing at point blank, and the sword ends up coming by from Grenden and just barely pushing the crossbow out of the way. After that, you're going to end up watching as it looks like Grenden comes by and slashes off something on him. You're going to end up watching as it looks like blood begins kind of pouring out of his hands. Like he actually took off a couple of fingers and were holding the crossbow.
Come on, Marcus!
After that, you're going to end up seeing what looks like Marcus just immediately begins kind of like swinging the axe in every single direction he possibly can, right at him. As it looks like he just begins kind of like carrying everything that's coming through his way. And you're going to watch as it looks like Grenden immediately begins kind of casting something as he pops into mist and just immediately vanishes.
Pussy!
And
put the fingers back on Marcus!
Alright, Marcus is going to be looking around. You're going to hear people in the scratch saying, "Look above you! Above you! Above you!" As you're going to end up seeing as Marcus just kind of like frantically looking around. As he looks up, you're going to see what looks like the smoke kind of reforming above him in the tree. It looks like the Misty Step kind of got him onto the edge, but he had no intention of it, and he's staying on there. He just kind of got one foot on the edge and immediately dropped back down at the longsword, trying to come right down on top of him. As that happens, you're going to end up watching as the axe barely catches the longsword, deflects it off, as the Grenden kind of like falls off into the mud, kind of rolls out of it, and holds the sword off to the side. The crowd's going to immediately go into an uproar.
Fuck him up!
So you're going to end up watching what looks like Marcus begins sprinting towards him, as he immediately gets up and just sprints away as fast as he possibly can. He couldn't even make it to him before that all happens. As that happens, you're going to end up watching as he tries to go back and grab his crossbow. And he's struggling to go ahead and like reel everything back, but he's trying to go ahead and pull it back just enough. As he gets it back, you're going to end up seeing what looks like Grenden begin kind of like sprinting between the trees. As Marcus sees him taking like a couple steps between the trees, you see him just barely pull the crossbow. And you end up seeing that Marcus ends up getting one shot on him. But it looks like it actually hits the armor and deflects off and he's sprinting through the trees. After that, you're going to end up watching as Grenden ends up getting right up into close range and immediately goes ahead and grabs him, pulls him off down to the mud, and then just goes and stabs right into his foot, pulls it out, and then begins sprinting away. You're going to end up seeing as Marcus is lying there on the ground, like the entirety of the ground, the mud, begins getting mixed with a pool of blood kind of surrounding around it. And so he gets kind of trying to prop himself up against... pick you up. Begins trying to prop himself up against a tree.
Yeah. Any healing words?
Broken glass gets all in his eyes.
Healing words 60 feet.
Alright. So as that ends up as that ends up happening, you're gonna end up seeing is like he's kind of barely trying to get another crossbow bolt in there. It looks like he's taking like a couple more crossbows. It looks like he actually lost some crossbows rolling there in the mud. They're like stuck in the mud. He ends up pulling one of the crossbow bolts out, and kind of gets it loaded. You're gonna watch as he ends up seeing is he's just like lightning fast dodging through everything in the tree. He ends up making another shot, and as that shot actually ends up hitting, it actually ends up going right through part of his leg in between his armor. But it seems like he just doesn't really pay much on mind now, almost like the adrenaline's going through Grenden. As he ends up just sprinting up on top of this building and just immediately starts to come down in this giant jump and just begins swirling like a tornado as he comes down on top of him. As that happens, you're going to watch as the blades end up spiraling through. Marcus actually deflects the blade off barely as the blades are kind of getting stuck into the tree.
Yeah.
And he immediately kind of tries pulling it out, but it looks like it's stuck in the tree with that swirling movement. As that happens, you're going to end up seeing as Marcus starts to reel back and starts to come in with a shot with his axe. As that happens, you're going to end up seeing what a hand kind of come out and grab onto the axe, kind of deflecting it out of the way. As he immediately just goes for a punch straight into the gut, and then goes for another punch right across the face. As you watch it just kind of broadside, so it starts knocking him off.
So he dropped the longsword.
His longsword stuck in the tree.
Yeah, so he let go.
He let go, yeah. So as that ends up happening, you're gonna watch as he just kind of gets like mercilessly beaten and kind of staggers away from the tree, kind of limping and hobbling off. He goes ahead and like actually is like struggling to hold on to the axe now, so he ends up transitioning to the other hand and holding up the one with two fingers. As he kind of begins to come through again, as you're watching as Grenden's actually kind of trying to dodge out of the way. It looks like he's successfully just completely like just negating everything that's going on, just kind of dodging to the left, dodging to the right. As that happens, you're going to end up watching as he comes in with another giant fist coming through with his, like I think it's gauntlets, just right across the face. As you watch, it looks like this blood kind of begins spattering out of his face. After that,
take it like a man.
after that, you're going to end up watching as Marcus.
No, I don't want to hear that.
As Marcus ends up taking the axe, begins to swing through. And then it kind of doesn't have enough energy as he swings through, as he immediately just kind of like hits his armor with the actual axe itself. It looks like Grenden didn't even try to get out of the way. As he immediately hits him, Grenden's immediately just going to grab the axe and just pull it swiftly right all the way across of his neck and just completely slashes his jugular. As that happens, you're going to watch his blood begins gushing out all across Grenden's armor as Marcus begins falling back into the tree.
No.
You're gonna watch the entire crowd just burst out roaring. Grenden! Grenden!
It's not over yet!
He's still twitching. He's still.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that will do it for tonight's event. Grenden is the victor of the arena in this event. Onto a 3-win streak here as he goes ahead and tries to claim his title as among the elite in the arena, moving into the Noble District of Shadowstone. Thank you so much for attending tonight's events, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope you had a fantastic evening. Don't forget to go talk to your keeps on the way out. They will be collecting the betting money of you and giving it out and distributing accordingly.
You fucking piece of shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit nervous there.
Hey, a bet's a bet.
Well, I'm glad I didn't bet on hits. I was gonna bet that he wasn't gonna hit once. Marcus put up a fair fight. I've never seen Grenden get hit in a fight like that before. This has been fun though. Scoring. What are you doing after this? Or Seer, what are you doing after this? Seer, what are you doing after this?
I might hit up the casino. Maybe grab a few drinks. I need to. What time is it now? What do you think?
At this point, you're probably talking like
Check your
9-ish,
watch.
10-ish.
Check the watch.
It's like 9-ish, 10-ish. Yeah, you do have an actual.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna stop by the shop, see if the magic. Probably after that. The casino, most likely.
I'll probably be making my way over to. I'll probably make my way over to Celestial Luck.
Perfect.
If you want to go over there.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Oh, probably after that I might head over. I mean, I'm currently staying over at Fortune's Den, but I'll probably be heading over there at some point. I'll see you either here or there.
Beautiful. Maybe I can win some of my money back.
Maybe. Not for me though, from the casinos.
It's okay. This is where the money came from, anyways.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna watch him just kind of like bid you adieu and starts walking out.
That's true. I lost.
Okay.
What?
As this
I'm
is
still up.
happening, Elena, you're kind of standing next to the door as people are leaving. I want you to roll perception.
Roll that perception, baby.
Get it. Yeah, roll. Can you roll the first nat 20 of the night, please? Unless I don't know what you're rolling back there.
There you go.
I did roll in that 20 there. I think.
Ah, okay.
I figured. I was like,
Okay.
this, oof.
He said
That
oof, and I'm
bitch.
like, well, Marcus is Fuck.
I mean, I can show you the dice. It was a 5 and a 20.
It's a 10.
10. All right. So as people are kind of walking by, you're end up hearing a couple of like little miscellaneous conversations. One of them is talking about how this person is kind of reluctant to go ahead and head back to their home over in the Imperial territories. You're also going to end up hearing another conversation where somebody's kind of mentioning something. Hey, it was quite nice. I haven't seen Nathaniel in here in quite some time. It was great to see him. Pleasant man, really. Great. And they're just kind of saying this as he's walking out. Or as they're walking out, rather. This little group.
Excuse me. You know Nathaniel?
Sorry, who are you?
My name's Elena.
Okay. Why are you eavesdropping on my conversation?
I wasn't. You just walked by me and you were talking loud enough that everybody else can hear you, so.
Okay. Listen, I'm sure you're lovely. I think it's probably best that I get going on my way. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. You're gonna watch as she just kind of like begins turning around and starts walking. Oh, Elena, what? Go follow him. What are you doing? I reckon it's probably, if you really want to know what's going on, they don't seem the type that's gonna really go just giving out that information. I think it might be best if you try to learn more. Yeah, if you're noble, you should know these kind of things. You don't just give up things. You gotta befriend them. Know them, love them, hate them, play the politic game.
I really hate where I come from sometimes.
It's your prerogative, but
I guess I just follow after him.
okay. What do you want to do?
Just kind of not trying to make it obvious that I'm following after him, but just listen in a little bit.
Okay.
See if they say anything else about him.
Can you believe the nerve of that woman? She was just sitting in there, and I'll be honest, I talked to basically every person in that booth. I got to know everyone, and there was a lot of people in there considering the fact that they took all of the nobles in all of the areas and put them together. It's just... How do I know this isn't just some peasant that's stuck in there at the last second as the fight was ending? Ugh. Just dastardly. Anyways, it is quite remarkable that he ended up making his way into here. You know, I saw him, and what was it? That Cynthia girl. She was extremely pleasant. God, but the two of them were just absolutely delightful to talk to. Just so great, so grand. There's what was it we were talking about before that? Oh yes, of course. So the wines though they were having, and they went ahead and recommended to us, phenomenal. I tell you, I need to go by Fortune's Den and pick up a couple of those myself. They were just so delicious. Apparently that's the only place you can get them annual sale. Anyways, we should probably go ahead and figure out what our plans are after this. Are we just going to head back to the Fortune's Den, or are we going to go off and meet off with
These nuts.
Are we going to go off and meet with Taryn? I know Taryn went ahead and stopped by and he was talking to some people. Lovely. And considering the fact he's part of the Bold family, I figured it'd be lovely to go off and meet. But it's quite a lucky appearance if Taryn would go ahead and make a show in here. It's a great way for us to really get our faces in front of the Bold family. Do you think I'm dressed properly for this? Do you think so? I don't really know. What do you think? What do you ladies think? Roll stealth.
Nine.
Okay. What do you ladies think? Looks fine if she's following you. What? And you're just gonna watch as they just kind of begin like walking away a little bit faster.
Well, she seems lovely.
Yeah, I reckon that's the name of the game.
She apparently got pretty friendly with Cynthia, though.
You got anything useful or helpful?
Not too useful. I mean, she said that she talked to both of them and that they were both friendly, and I wonder if Cynthia saw him too then. He had to have been in our box with us. You didn't see him, did you?
I reckon I don't know who Nathaniel is. I know who Cynthia is. It's the woman that came with us, but
I wanna like look around specifically for him now.
okay, so you left the booth. You kind of walked
Yeah.
away. Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation. Actually, let me think about that really quick. You left the group. You don't know his description. You left the group and you went to go take a bath. You weren't in the shop when they got the description. So you could look around for somebody who looks like male nobility, but I'm thinking like you don't actually know exactly what he looks like. So
Wait, would she even know then that Nathaniel's even? She wasn't.
yeah, well she doesn't know about that entire thing because she wasn't there and she didn't ask about it. But
She just heard the name.
she heard the name and she could try to look around based off the name.
I guess I'll just rather just keep an ear out for like listening for his name mentioned again.
Okay.
As we're walking to try to find the rest of the group.
Okay. All right. As you're kind of like walking through, you are going to end up finding the rest of the group's kind of walking on their way out. Doesn't look like you're overhearing any of the conversation. So.
Or is it his evil twin, Buthaniel?
No!
This whole time.
That was eventful.
Yep. Well, Seer Oxborn, my good old friend. Sorry about the whole Marcus thing. I really was pulling for him.
It's
In fact,
okay.
I pulled for everything, I think. You
Literally, from the quick money I won before the casino, I'm still up about 10. So, no complaints.
did. Great fight, though. And odd. A lot of people were saying that. Oh, Grenden, he couldn't ever. I didn't think anyone could ever hit Grenden.
I don't know, you had some magic involved with that.
I mean, so does he.
Are you back with us?
I'm walking up.
Yeah, I feel like we walked up.
Oh, there you guys are. I just got my money back from the bookies.
Cynthia? Here you go, Cynthia. Bible.
Oh, I don't have to worry about being paid for a little bit. This is lovely. Did you see? Even after Grenden took those crossbow bolts, he just went ahead and just used his own weapon to decapitate the man. Oh, so great.
My part was how Grenden put his guard down and he got a little too cocky and just lost it all.
He's a showboater. That's what he does.
Yeah, it's true. He did show about it a little bit. Especially with the swipe across the throat. That was.
See, I had a side bet going with somebody else in there. I said that he would at least go ahead and have the opportunity to kill 3 times. And he did. He had the opportunity to kill 3 times. He did.
Cynthia, how much money did you win?
Look at him, house.
So dinner's on Cynthia tonight. I think that's what's going on.
I might have spoiled it a little bit.
Well, that's good. I've heard if you save your money, that you'll be less inclined to spend it. But that is also a dumb idea.
Really? How much gold do you have?
Not much. Anyway, don't tell Margaret. Honey, sweetie, don't. Be fine. Well, that was quite the fight night. I do think Edard does have a great chance. Quite the name for himself here. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing Edard go up against. What was the other big fella's name? Who fought in the first fight?
Second fight.
Second fight. Yeah, the first fight was with the monk man's Severus Snape or something. And then it was Keyline
Belfort.
versus
Belfort.
Go for it.
someone. see you go against him. Wouldn't be too bad. Bet you could beat him in an arm wrestling match too.
And does he have to bring out his extra ability?
This man's biceps. Are you fucking for real?
I meant him.
Yeah. Look at him. Come on.
Yeah, but the guy was massive compared to him.
This guy takes a sip of his drink. The whole crowd's looking at him. Christ.
Still no belt for it.
Well, the drinks upstairs.
Would
the
you
booth
care to
were-
wager?
No. No Scorn. I'm not going to take any wagers with you. That's... Who is Scorn? His son. Where's your son? How's your son doing?
I think he'll be here in a couple days.
How's he doing?
He'll be here in a couple days.
Oh, good. Can't wait to see him again.
Getting all this stuff ready for him.
Oh, so you're planning on dying that quick, huh? So you just plan euthanasia? You're going in somewhere and you're going to be like, okay. Or are you just going to go jump into the pit yourself and be like, okay. Oh no, a streaker's on the field. Please, somebody shoot him. So what the plan was?
Don't tempt me with it.
I mean, I understand
But
this.
if I jumped down on the field, Marcus would. Just say.
Well, I don't think there would have been a winner.
Oh.
Been one big loser, and it probably would have been you. It's okay. You know why? Because we're just here to get Ed out in there.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Cynthia, actually, you seem to have quite the knack for this kind of thing.
For betting, of course.
Betting and just the fights in general. Quite the know-how and the background knowledge.
No fighters.
What if you were Eddard's manager? You know,
That's an idea.
help plan his fights and at least do all the side stuff that Eddard doesn't need to be concerned with. He just needs to be concerned with he's big, beefy,
You know,
She's
eating more meat and all the like.
I did a little bit of networking, if you want to call it that. Yes, I met quite a few people when we were in the Nobles. It was nice, pleasant conversations. Actually, I ended up meeting somebody who actually knows Grenden. Very, very pleasant fellow.
Okay.
Very pleasant, yes. So, if you want to meet Grenden, you can work that out.
You could also just beat his ass in the arena too. It's a good way of meeting somebody.
That's what I mean. You could go ahead and scope him out, see what he's about. Get the
Already got to see a little bit of what he does.
It won't be
You know, he gets quite flourishy with swords and the like, and he almost stumbled over himself doing that. So I think you can easily take advantage of something like that. Even if it's another fighter like Severus, the monk with the quarterstaff, or any of these other mage blades that think themselves keen and swift.
Yeah,
but in all
I'm not
reality,
gonna lie.
all one punch does is knock them right out, and they're fucking toasted.
Well, I thought it was kind of ridiculous. They completely changed the formatting. They used to not have like official sparring before, but I guess they changed it. They used to just be like the fighting in the pits, and they would just kind of showcase skills of new fighters that were coming in. But I kind of like that too. It was an opportunity to make some more money and some more bets. I lost a couple. I didn't
Well,
have
are
as
the
much
pits
info on
something
those.
completely separate?
They might be now. They've changed quite a bit since I was last here.
Worth looking into, at least. Especially as
It is.
somebody's potential manager.
It's only if you want to experiment with that. Anyways,
Possibility.
let's go ahead and we'll make our way out. I'm gonna go talk to one more person on the way out. I need to go get something. Right. Anything you guys are wanting me to do?
Who was that Nathaniel fellow that you guys kept talking about earlier?
Nathaniel? You mean the
I
one
mean, the
from
only Nathaniel
Pike?
that we know of is the one
The one we have suspicions about a watch with?
that was
That's what I
killed
thought.
in the basement.
So he might be here?
Well, it's not him.
Well, somebody poses him to sell that watch that he owned.
Or this is actually him, and
That could very well be a possibility. But regardless, I don't think this is just something we can just write off as a coincidence.
There were
I think it's
some
something worth looking
nobles
into.
talking about him. I think he was in our booth somewhere. possible that Cynthia spoke with him. She would probably know more.
Well, then we can chat with Cynthia, but I don't even remember what the darn fellow looked like. I'm gonna lie to you. I only knew him for the half a day after Pike. Do you think you'd be able to spot him if there was suddenly a bunch of nobles in a booth again?
Probably not.
Could you shapeshift it, dude? Remember enough about that?
I mean, I did it once.
Into Nathaniel?
I thought. Am I thinking of a different dude?
Nathaniel's the one from the basement. The one that we...
Yeah,
the one that...
shapeshifted as him once.
You did not.
No, you.
It was an intimidation tactic.
No. That
And
was
who am I
that was
remembering?
Elrond.
That was Elrond.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And who's Nathaniel?
Nathaniel was when
He was the Lord's
when
advisor.
We first got to Margaret's place. When we first met Margaret, and then the Imperial soldiers came by and said they were looking for someone named Nathaniel that was supposedly there with us. And
They weren't looking for the
they-
Nathaniel, they were just looking for, like, somebody
yeah,
from the
that's right.
Lord's court. And
Yeah.
that's it.
That's the fake bard, wasn't it?
No,
no,
Elrond.
No, that's
was
Elrond.
That's.
but
I
Elrond
don't
was with us.
freaking know
the whole-
who y'all are talking about.
Elrond was with us. the
Nathaniel
whole
was the guy that we fucking murked in the basement and been like, hey, Imperials, this was the guy you're looking for. But he's fucking dead, so leave us alone. And they didn't leave us alone.
Basement at Margaret's house.
Margaret's.
I have no idea who he is.
Old house, yeah, yeah. That was Dino who moided him.
Yeah, Dino, and I think you were down there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that engraving.
If anything, I should know what he looks like.
Okay, so we got the
Well,
enough.
if you can remember, I feel like I should be able to remember what he looks like, but I can't. And maybe if I come across him. But I do think it is worth pursuing, at least finding out more about this. Is the real one or not? Or what happened with the real one? But yes, off to bigger, better things like drinking and spending money and gambling. And it's a great idea. In fact, I believe our friend Sia here, our almost late friend Sia, will be covering dinner with his
I think that's Cynthia.
next set of win names.
I believe Cynthia's paying.
Oh, Cynthia.
She's gone.
But we will go and end here, just running around looking for Cynthia to pay for her dinner. So thank y'all so much for joining us tonight at this episode of Millennial
She doesn't
Tavern.
like paying for stuff.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back at it again, hopefully here next week.
Even when
So
it's her
we had a couple of weeks off because of Valentine's Day, people getting sick. It was a little bit of an awkward time, but we are going to be back at it and going strong. It looks like. So next week we should have Oscar back as well. So it'll be at full manning as we go through, and we'll see the crime boy himself. All right. Well, thank y'all so much, and remember we are Millennial Tavern going live on Wednesdays on Twitch, and we'll be looking out for those videos here come Friday on our YouTube channel, which is Millennial Tavern on YouTube. Anything y'all want to shout out?
Thanks for watching. Sorry for the break, but we are back.
Yeah, we are back. Thank you guys so much, and have a fantastic rest of your week. See y'all next time.
See y'all.
Oh,
Please don't.
Oh,